I did. I believe stream that. That was very fun last night. It was.
Did you get the film? Did you get the
I
film?
was stream sniping.
I got every game that we played. Every game that we played, I have. Yeah.
Word?
Yeah.
So you got the games when y'all watching.
Yes.
He has the footage of Dub killing Gifted, and I'm just there spectating.
Yes, yo. I was so I was so confused because it's like, why the fuck did he not report? I'm like,
hey man, I ain't see him, man.
Nah, bro. The funny part is when I saw Dub hop an event and kill a friend, I was like, SB, man, you gotta go, man. We gotta pack you the fuck up, dog. Yeah,
SB be funny as hell because SB majority of the time he'll just be like, "Oh, I don't like the way you're acting, bro. We gotta vote you out." I'm like, "Come on, bro." That should be crazy to be. They sold, and I don't know if you was here for that, Gifted. They sold a crazy game where I seen one of the imposters kill on cameras.
Yeah.
They lied about where they was at because I was where they were. They said that they were at. And instead of voting them out, they was like, oh, nah, Dub is just wilding on this one, man. We got to get Dub out. We got to get Dub out.
Oh, that's crazy stuff.
Bro, I was so heated off of that. I think it's on J-Rob's channel, bro. They sold that.
Dub, you going to let your dog out, or is he just going to keep crying at the door?
He's going to keep crying at the door. I'm not going to lie.
Damn, that's tough.
I think my favorite round is crazy. I think my favorite round so far that we played was when like I gaslit Mars into thinking fuck is it Nigel or is it not Nigel? when like I transformed into Nigel and killed it for Mars.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
That was funny.
Bro, but we could get back. We're gonna definitely run that back probably tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
But we could talk about basketball. You talk about. I need to hear this Kobe Bryant take about how you're
Gifted's a Kobe here. Nothing
no. Surprising. Okay. So listen, let me
give everyone the backstory, right? For people that missed it, there was a start bench cut. KD scored title in 2014. Harden scored title in 2019. Kobe scored title in 06. Start bench cut. Me and Mars, I agree with Mars. Kobe, Harden, KD. This man gifted. Harden, KD, Kobe.
Okay, y'all.
How?
Okay, listen. I don't. Okay, first, y'all. I don't like the framing of this. It was like a takeaway question at the end of the show, and I just said some shit. I spitballed it. I spitballed it, man.
I stand on what you say.
Well, you did it incorrectly. Like,
okay.
You ain't have to do that.
Okay. Well, listen. I'll give you my logic, right? So I think the Harden season gets dramatically underrated because of the hate of the way he got his points in that season. But consistently, like in terms of like just straight up isolation scoring from an efficiency standpoint and how many shots Harden was taking that were completely unassisted on top of like the amount of games that he played and the free throw rate, I truly think it's one of the best scoring seasons of all time to me. I think KD in 2014 was also dummy efficient. I think his real true shooting was like maybe 8 points above league average or some crazy shit like that. But the shit Harden was doing on a night in, night out basis as a guy that just had the ball in his hands every night, making consistent decisions. Like he was just a absurdly efficient player. And off of just hearing 2019 Harden, I valued that and I put that number one for me.
You cut Kobe.
I don't care about Harden number one.
Yeah, Harden, cool. You cut Kobe.
Okay, somebody got to get cut. I don't know what you want me to do. Cut KD?
Yes.
Cut, not Kobe.
I'm not cutting Harden. I'm sorry.
Okay, so don't cut Kobe.
Listen,
Mars, that was the year. Mars, wasn't that the year that Kobe dropped 81?
Yep.
That's really good for Kobe. Yeah.
But you cut him.
I did. Listen, they're all good players. A start bench cut is like what you like, right? Like it's start bench cut. I understand if you cut hardest. Yeah, like listen.
You said Kobe had the worst scoring season.
No, I did. See, look, Mars put the words in my mouth.
That's what you did.
Nah. I disagree.
See, look, you made the dog anxious.
Okay. All right, so then Mars, you get what I'm saying, though, right? Like how James Harden's scoring season was, right? Like,
I agree. James Harden's scoring season was insane. You cut Kobe,
so you're not cutting Kobe.
No,
I don't think you should. I don't think you should ever.
Okay, so what makes Kobe?
If you maybe said 2016 Steph, 2019 Harden, 06 Kobe. Maybe you could cut Kobe. I'm still.
That's not a maybe for me. Kobe's getting cut.
No, I'm cutting Harden, but you could cut Kobe. I'd understand.
Okay. Why are you cutting Harden?
Kobe, because 2016 Steph.
No. Not, so he's not there.
Okay, you understand why I'm starting him. Okay, so 06 Kobe. Not only would I argue that the spacing around him was significantly worse, also the league-wide spacing was significantly worse. Then also the playoff scoring from Kobe, I would argue, was better, even though it's smaller sample size based on one series. But his efficiency didn't drop in the postseason, unlike James Harden's. And also just the fact that playing at a time where the spacing league-wide was that bad, with what he had being worse than the average league-wide spacing, scoring 35 points a game with less possessions, just better at scoring. I don't say less possessions, one less point, still very efficient. Efficiency didn't drop in the postseason. I don't know what to say. Just better at scoring.
Right.
And who did he have on his squad?
Smith Parker, Kwame Brown,
Lamar Smush, Kwame. Come on.
How you say his name? Sasha Vujacic. Vujacic. Is that his name? Vujacic. Like the Spanish brother, the Spanish guy.
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, Mars. I mean, not
Mars the racist.
Gifted. Like you gotta stop, because KD didn't even do anywhere close to what Kobe was doing in 06. Even then, Harden in 2019,
bro. 2014 KD was crazy though.
The thing is, I understand Harden 2019 a little bit because like that's the
efficiency for me, bro.
He had like 30 straight games with 30 points. So that second to like Wilt Chamberlain all time. Like that was
back-to-back games, just
36 a night. That's crazy. He was still efficient in the regular season. He was like
60-point triple doubles and shit. Like
so I'm not fine with Harden. I understand it. KD over Kobe. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think KD's efficiency is what makes me really think about it, because it's like 2014 KD, like that level of scoring compared to the rest of the league was just so like miles and miles ahead of everybody else. Like I think he was 50-40-90 that season, right?
He might have been. I'll look it up because it's one of those years he was 50-40-90. Let's see.
By the way, listen, I'm not married too hard to this, take. I just value Harden, and Harden's not getting cut. If you think
he was 50-39-87, he's a fraud.
Okay, indeed.
Fraud. But
KD's probably getting cut then.
Yeah, drop the link. Okay. Drop the link. Yeah. I'm talking about lying about KD. You, sir, are lying about KD.
I dropped the link. We got people. Hello, people.
Hey, what's good, guys?
God damn, they all put up so fast. Hello.
I'm disappointed in you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I will say the best argument for KD over Kobe maybe is just the shots taken per game. I think Kobe was, as I was looking at the season, Kobe was taking 27 a game. KD was taking like 22. I don't know if that is any relevant.
That's fucking ridiculous to be taking
27 shots a game is crazy.
How many free throws? Still efficient though. How many free throws were they both taking?
Let me see.
Are you talking about KD?
KD was taking. You're talking about this is 2014, right?
Yep.
Free throws attempts a game.
I'm genuinely curious. I actually don't.
8.6 free throws for KD, and then Kobe was taking. Then this is Kobe 05-06. 8.7. So it's literally the same.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry, my bad. Wait. Free throws attempts.
A game. He made 8.7.
10.2. Yeah, 10.2. My bad.
And so KD took 8.6 or he made 8.6?
Took 8.6. Yeah,
he looked at the wrong
more
number.
Shots and more free throws.
Dummy efficiency, man. I'm
bro. 27 shots a game is crazy.
Crazy.
If you give KD 27 shots a game in the regular season, he's probably going crazy. But that's also. But here's the thing.
You have to be able to
Kobe more spacing. What?
I still think Kobe is more impressive though.
Wait a minute. How crazy was KD's spacing though?
It wasn't crazy.
Respect the 2014 Thunder.
But at least he had
name the players, please.
Playmaker than Kobe ever had.
It was the 2013 Thunder.
Is that the year Russ was injured or no?
No, that was 2013.
Russ missed like 40 games, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because he
had half a season of Russ too. Kobe ain't never had that, so.
I mean, if you gave Kobe Russell Westbrook for half the season,
that would have helped.
I think it's just nitpicking, though. I mean,
that's
no. Kobe's just better.
Yeah.
He's the better. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
scorer,
KD's
but I
getting
mean,
cut.
for those,
The only thing is, I might
make an
start
argument
Harden.
for either
Low-key.
three.
Yeah, I'm gonna
starting
start
Harden.
Harden was
I'm starting
bugging.
Harden. I'm sorry.
I'm starting Harden. I'm benching Kobe. I'm cutting KD. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't feel too
That's
crazy
valid.
about.
Kobe doesn't get cut and KD does get cut. I don't care.
See, listen, I'm fine with either one. I don't really care if you cut Kobe or KD. That's fine.
Harden has to start.
I'm gonna start Harden though.
No, Harden does not have to start.
I think.
Wait,
I feel like he should.
Gifted. Do you think KD was a better scorer than Kobe that season?
I'm looking at efficiency when it comes down to the way that you're getting.
Don't believe that
buckets.
Though.
You can make the argument though.
Don't believe
KD
that.
is so great just because of his scoring though. Like that's.
But the thing is, Kobe also had very limited spacing, so I get the arguments. I really do. Like,
Wait,
I'm not really mad at
who's
that.
the better scorer, just generally speaking, KD or Kobe? T.
Tough.
Oh,
You better say Kobe too.
Yeah,
Like that mid-range layup, bro?
the problem is Kobe has more rim pressure than KD. That's my
pressure,
problem with that.
The
Shut
sign
the
of a
fuck
non-hooper.
up.
He
The sign of
does. Does
a
he not have more
non-hooper.
rim pressure, dog?
The sign of
Huh?
a non-hooper right there.
Kobe
He
does
does.
have more rim pressure.
Kobe's a better driver of the ball than KD is.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, that's a rim pressure.
Just say get into the basket, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
you
rim pressure.
you
Rim
non-hoopers be going crazy.
We just hate the term now.
I'm literally wearing a jersey. I hoop sometimes.
That's a
Fresh
bad
Prince
jersey.
jersey. What you mean?
That's a good
Fresh
one.
Prince, baby.
And we've seen Will Smith hoop in those games. You see those courts? He ain't a hooper.
Also,
We see-
did anyone notice there was less narrative agenda pushing when Ticket wasn't on the panel? Anyway,
Oh, okay, we're just hating on Ticket.
Hey,
No,
you're
wait,
here
wait,
pushing a
wait,
narrative
wait,
agenda about
wait,
Ticket.
wait.
Our football breakdown, man.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
The boy came up
Yeah,
pushing
can't
the
relax.
agenda.
So what?
Sugar,
Hey,
he be trying to bully Gifted. I'm like, damn.
I don't care.
Nah,
He
he
deserves it.
holds his
He
own.
said stuff like cut Kobe.
You know what's crazy about KD is he's so similar to Dirk that people really don't talk about the similarities.
Oh
between
my
the two.
god.
He really is. They both need playmakers. They're better when they have playmakers. Dirk was better when he had Nash.
And Dirk is more resilient, though.
Yeah, Dirk is more resilient. He doesn't
And here comes the
have any more
racism.
turnovers.
Here comes the race.
Wait, so is there similarity just that they both need playmakers and what
Is
else?
Kareem similar to Dirk and KD then?
Well,
Yeah,
KD's
I need
better.
a little
KD's
more.
better.
What?
KD's
That's
better
not
off
even-
the
That's not a good
playmakers
argument
too.
at all. Because
I think you guys are using the wrong term. They
Dirk
both
and
need
KD are
distributors.
super
They don't need
similar to each other.
playmakers.
The distributors is the better term. KB's
Yeah.
correct
I would
about
say
that.
KD's a better off the dribble face-up shooter. I think Dirk's better in the post score.
KD's a better
Oh, for
passer,
sure.
really.
I do think
that's
Dirk and
better
KD are actually pretty similar stylistically.
And they kind of are.
Like what stylistically?
I guess when they're operating in the mid-range,
Go get a bucket.
In terms of mid-range players, the way in which they operate in the mid-range, I think Dirk developed that back to the basket game later on. But if you look at like 01 to like 07 Dirk and watch how he plays compared to like KD and OKC, they're very similar in the way they operate. KD just had a more.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of Dirk recently.
So I see the similarities, but Dirk when he like matured and added that post game and stopped playing on the perimeter as much, that's when I think he elevated, and maybe
So
KD
good.
might.
Yeah,
In
the
terms
only
of
reason
the-
KD
in
is a
terms of
better
the
player than
mid-range,
Dirk is because he's a better
I see.
playmaker and passer, and he's way better defensively. But
We're not.
like besides that, they do almost everything the same.
But that's major factors. I don't really.
Well, yeah, KD's a significantly better player, but just
Yeah,
in terms of their scoring,
That's what I'm talking about.
If you're saying specifically the scoring play style,
yeah, that's
then-
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what it sounds like. Living off the mid range.
Yeah, Dirk was a bad passer, like really bad.
Bad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was simplistic.
I think that's
Nothing exotic, nothing crazy.
Yeah, I'll be
So
lying about
one
KD.
thing I was y'all were talking about contenders in the window. So Mars, did you say the 76ers have an open window for contention?
Until Embiid leaves the championship contenders.
Why can't you say the same thing for the Warriors with Steph?
Because the Warriors are trash.
They're aging. Their core is aging.
And what are the
Because
Sixers?
Yeah, I heard this shit before. man. I'm not gonna lie.
The Sixers are a healthy Embiid away from winning a championship.
That's not
Are
true.
they?
And Harden?
It's actually not true, but you know.
I just
Yeah.
can't trust them.
How much do we trust Harden when it comes to the playoffs?
I don't
1000%.
Why?
I'm not gonna
Why?
lie.
Wait.
I'm not. Listen. Y'all can should slander Harden as a number one when he was in Houston, but that nigga gave you 2 fantastic games as a number 2. At some point, the number one gotta like, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Show
not
up.
at some point. Where's Joel Embiid? Period.
He was
Let's really talk
hurt.
about it.
He's
Yeah,
always
he's
hurt. That's the issue.
Okay.
Exactly.
And that's why I said they're a healthy Embiid away from winning.
Mars. When
Harden might not
Embiid
even
wasn't
be
hurt
the
versus the Brooklyn Nets, did he
Hey,
play
they
like
won. They won.
How did he play? Don't do
They
this.
won.
Shit. How did
when
he
was
play?
healthy, they won.
Mars. How did they play?
never
Weren't they doubling him
How
hard?
did he play?
They were forcing the other
Irrelevant.
teams to beat it.
Irrelevant.
Oh my God! They were doubling Joel
No.
Embiid.
But they
What can
won,
he
though.
do?
But they
Oh,
won, though.
It doesn't matter
Well,
what
Griffin,
he
you know
did.
he has
They
bad spatial
won.
awareness, so.
that shit don't
Again,
move me, bro.
It's a difference between when Durant was doubled and when Embiid was doubled. When Embiid was doubled, the other team was his other teammates. He was able to manifest and not throw the ball away. When Durant was doubled, their team lost.
Embiid wasn't throwing the ball away.
What? Wait, stop. Time out.
Huh?
Hey,
Ain't
man,
gonna
Tyrese
Stop,
Maxey was
stop.
attacking closeouts for fun.
Wait,
man.
there's
Let
no
him
way
be.
you're trying to tell me Embiid was making better decisions out of double teams than comparison to KD.
He was.
No, he wasn't. Especially out of the
Hey,
post.
man, stop hating on
I
KD.
think
Stop
they're
hating on
both
Embiid,
bad.
man.
This is the
Hell
lies I
no.
be saying, bro. This is
Stop
the
hating on Embiid,
You know how
man.
bad Joel
It's not
Embiid
hate on
is?
Joel Embiid. It's
Joel
documented.
Joel
what he
Embiid's
is.
spatial awareness is so bad, bro. Like,
Spatial
Yeah.
awareness.
But
You
if
know
I'm being-
Luka's be making up.
But if
terms
I'm
is
being
crazy.
honest,
He
I
just don't
don't
have
think-
vocabulary, sadly.
Spatial
I don't think
awareness.
either one of them are
Nah,
great
I'm
decisions
with you with
making
the
out of double
Embiid.
teams.
Also, like, how good is this roster really once Harden leaves? Like, let's be honest.
It's not a great
they lost
roster.
like half of their playoff.
I don't
rotation,
think
bro.
the Sixers are championship
They're
contenders.
still
bro.
pretty good without Harden. I don't know.
No,
Because
but,
Embiid's
like,
gonna
we're
have to-
talking about contenders. Like,
Embiid's
are
They're
you
gonna have
gonna
to be
win
a
as long
guy-
as Embiid's healthy. They win the ring next.
But Mars,
Oh,
can you
yeah,
trust
yeah,
Embiid
yeah.
to be like to play at an elite level for like let's say out of a 7-game series, 5
if
of the
he's
7
healthy.
games?
If he's healthy, yes.
When forget
You cannot
all
trust
things
that
considered.
shit. I'm not
All
hearing
things
that.
considered, it's health. Probabilistically, will he be healthy or not? Can you rely on
Probabilistically.
Embiid?
That's a
That's
new
not a
one.
word salad.
Probabilistically,
That's
bro.
Yeah, you
new
cook right. You
one.
gonna
Wait,
run that back,
has
Turbo.
Embiid ever had an elite series?
Bro, we're talking about. Keep in mind, we're talking about a guy
Hey,
who
listen,
missed the game because
Hawks
his
might be
stomach
arguable.
hurt.
Maybe.
You
He
guys
missed the
are
playoff
very
game 'cause his
disrespectful.
stomach
Right
hurt.
now.
I think his best series was against the Celtics in the bubble, right?
That mid-ass shit.
I'll be honest. The series he had against Boston wasn't even bad. He just had a bad offensive series. I think defensively he was actually good.
He was really good. He was really good on
He was
defense in
really
that
good.
series. Yeah.
He was.
They
Until
still should
game
have
seven.
closed though. They should have closed.
They should have closed. Yeah, they should have
They should
closed.
have closed.
Well, I'm not giving James Harden a cop out. Oh, he showed up for 2 games.
There's no cop out with James Harden.
Nah, but
There's like
he
3
like,
other games where he was terrible.
Not as fair, but
I
I'm,
agree.
saying,
Showing
like,
up
I'm
for
not
two-
giving him more blame.
Showing up for
I'm not
2
giving him
games
more
out of
blame than
7
Embiid.
is not good. Like,
Yeah.
Like he
No,
went
no.
into the Garden and took one, bro. Like that's real. That's real nigga shit.
But
That's
that's
the
not
Knicks.
SB,
Wow.
SB. That doesn't just because somebody plays at that level for 1 game doesn't dismiss the fact that literally the 2 games following that, I think he made 3 or 4 buckets
It was
combined.
pretty bad.
yeah,
Who was
it's
the
bad.
better
Oh,
number
yeah,
2
that last
option?
game, bro.
Who was the
Pathetic.
better
Hey, but
number
listen,
2
let me cook.
option?
You know what I'm saying? Like
KD?
respect Harden, man. You feel me?
Or
That's
Embiid?
Bro,
what I'm
Harden's
saying.
playoff performance. If you had to grade Harden's playoff performance last year, what would y'all say it is?
Probably
That
like
shit like a C plus
Um,
that could be a B.
I'm saying B.
A plus is crazy.
Nah, A plus is
Yeah.
blazing.
He
Wow.
made a game.
Wow.
He made 2 game winners.
He did make 2 game winners though.
See,
LeBron make 2 game winners in a postseason run, and it's the greatest postseason run ever. James Harden does
here
it.
you
in
You want to get to
Ah,
LeBron this
shut up,
year.
Mars.
Whatever.
I want to do that.
Mars is
Hey
retired. Mars-
man, he got a point, low key.
There
Man.
you go.
I'm gonna lie. So
No,
LeBron makes a
Maybe
game winner
no,
against
he doesn't.
Indiana
No, he doesn't.
and Toronto. Oh, A plus. James Harden makes 2 game winners against Boston. C.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that
If
shit.
Harden was playing like LeBron,
But listen,
that's
yo,
the
gifted,
title.
they were both better.
of
The
course.
Celtics were the better defense out of those 2 teams.
Mars is stronger.
I'm not trying to hear that, bro.
See, I
Joel
spit facts
Embiid
is trolling,
said
by the way.
he didn't get the ball enough in Game 6 when they had 5 minutes back-to-back possessions where they just throwing the ball away, not scoring.
No. But the thing is, I actually do remember that game. I remember in Game 6 where he was cooking at a certain point and they just went away from him. Like I don't know why.
I remember that.
I don't know why they went away from him for some reason. It was
How
so
dominant?
strange.
How
Doc
dominant?
Rivers
do
and
we
his like strategies of putting multiple.
Doc's
niggas in
not a
the
good
corner.
coach, but we knew
Also,
this coming
speaking
in.
of Joel,
The strong
Embiid,
side is like
Yeah,
to
Joel
this
Embiid
day
is already a better
mind-boggling.
coach.
I don't know what
Crazy.
y'all are on in that panel, but picking Chris Webber over Joel Embiid is criminal. That was one of the
I
worst.
don't know why
Why?
you saying
Who
y'all.
picked-
That's probably
why?
one person that said
Webber
that.
over Embiid.
No,
No,
it was
no,
four.
no, no, no,
It
no,
was
no.
four.
Why?
I
Mars
was
was the only person that said
like
Embiid.
by myself. picking
Yeah,
it.
What,
Mars was
Mars?
the only person
Huh?
that said Embiid. Yes, it was
Why?
insane.
I'm the only one who seems to respect the MVP award.
Wait,
Bro,
there's no way.
not even
Gifted, you
that,
said
just
Weber?
ability-wise,
I wasn't up there.
Gifted
Whoa.
wasn't up there yesterday.
I was.
I mean, you guys
wasn't-
do talk a lot about playoff
no way.
translation.
Let me find out.
Who else
Gifted, you
said
said
I'm
Weber?
just saying.
No, sir.
Right? If you guys talk about
I made it
playoff
very
generation.
simple. If you have an MVP, you can be in the conversation.
Listen,
Embiid
this is
has
all
an
I'm gonna
MVP.
say.
He's over the other guys without one. Like,
If you're-
Wait, so what's this? Okay. What's this conversation about KD though? I'm confused. What's this Kate like?
ask
Dub.
Dub just likes KD.
Dub's probably this is from when we spoke about the Bucks and Nets.
Oh yeah, it actually was. Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually was.
KD is
Dub's so predictable.
Yo,
That's
Dub.
When Dub gets cooked about something, it's usually the title.
Yo, Dub. Our agenda is almost real, man. This is the season where it's stamped for sure, bro. That 2021 Bucks run, it's getting shaky, man.
I told y'all.
It's real
I
shit.
told about that run.
Getting
To be honest.
shaky, man.
Mars, did you rewatch that series?
Which
No.
one?
The one where I told you where the Bucks, the Celtics guarded Giannis differently.
No, I watched like summer game 1. That was it.
Even in game 1, they were guarding him differently. Did you notice it?
Hell no.
I mean, they collapsed when Giannis touched the paint versus collapsing on KD in the mid range. I guess
Yeah, that's
it
exactly.
was the same principle, but you just Giannis's most efficient spot is just closer to the rim, so they collapsed later. Whereas
In my
KD
opinion,
was in the mid-range,
in
they
my
collapsed
opinion,
early.
it's different and more challenging for KD because when you're trying to get through your drive and then you're not even being able to gather momentum, it's harder for KD to go through that. And then Giannis, literally, they're on one-on-one opportunities up until they collapse on him in the paint and he could just muscle through everybody. So, in my opinion, it's more difficult for KD to go through that. On top of that,
it's easier
What
for
does that
Giannis because you can push KD off his spot though. He's not strong enough. That's why.
Also, how
Yeah,
much-
KD needs to hit the gym, man. KD, you're not strong, buddy.
no.
Like, imagine if KD like had strength, bro, and he worked out the post, so he didn't have to handle the ball so much, bro. That'd be OP. Like, that's why the Celtics could focus their attention on KD because he didn't have a good handle and he couldn't finish to the strength of the Celtics. It was literally like Grant Williams and Al Horford, Jason Tatum.
And KD had a better coach.
It's just too easy to bait
Huh?
KD.
Come on, shut up.
It's too easy
No,
to
I'm
bait
not gonna go
Mark
there.
be trolling his
Nah,
ass.
but listen,
off, man.
listen,
That shit crazy.
Listen, it's not about the physicality of KD. It's just about the team that was part of it.
That's a fact, though. KD gets pushed off his spot. That's not.
KD had Kyrie. Giannis
Like
had
KD
Draymond.
You know what's
He picked up
crazy
the
about
spots,
that
though.
series?
That's
KD
exactly.
played so bad, but these niggas were still able to put up points. They just could not defend.
Who could not defend and save their life.
KD's efficiency was higher.
Actually, you know what? That's a lie. They did defend. Their problem is they couldn't get fucking boards, which made their defense way worse.
Yeah, but that's because Steve Nash was playing Patty Mills, Steph Curry, Kyrie lineups.
Man,
I mean, listen, offense.
Listen, the
matters
more
more,
spacing, the better. You feel me? That's what worked for Steve
Yeah.
Nash.
Well, he tried
thought he
Griffin
was
in
cooking
game
something.
4. That was bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Steve Nash might be one of the worst coaches I ever seen.
Game 6 was they
It
kind
was
of
He's
good.
such a smart player too.
Yeah,
To be fair,
I mean, Jason Kidd is a
yeah,
smart player.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not a great coach either. I don't know what's
I
going
mean, he's
on.
not as bad as Steve Nash though.
But
Yeah,
to be
Steve
fair,
Nash was
though, like,
cool.
what bigs would he play in that series?
Steve Nash is gonna make it.
He would have played known
They had
defender.
they had
Drummond.
Marcus,
Drummond.
Claxton, Drummond.
was
They played
Claxton.
Clack. They played Clack.
Oh yeah, Blake came in and gave some good minutes a couple
Claxton.
times. I
Blake
remember
did
that.
play
Yeah,
good
but then he
defense
was
on
holding
Giannis.
his shoulder for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I'm for the gas. That shit crazy. I know it.
Huh?
What?
Blake was
Blake got hurt
alright
that game.
for one game.
Blake
He was trying really hard.
did decent. He did his job. Can hit that little midi when they kicked it out. Sometimes.
Nah, those possessions where he was literally boxing up Giannis had me crying.
That shit
You know,
was
that's
funny.
because Giannis ain't got no bag. That's why.
He
That's
doesn't
not-
talk about it.
Mars. That's not true because he's a 10 on offense.
Who said that?
ESPN analyst
Oh, here
Richard Jefferson.
Okay,
Who's
man.
the 10 on
Wait,
offense?
said who's the 10 on offense? Giannis?
I'm sorry,
Giannis.
man. If you can't hit a floater 5 times in a row, you're not a 10 on offense.
But remember,
times
Giannis when he turns his brain off is a better offensive player than Jokic.
Y'all just gonna realize that 2021
Who said
run was
that?
very funny.
Hey man, remember that's what he
That-
is.
I've been
Just
telling
said
y'all that
this?
run. he gave.
Everyone who said that.
Hey man, that's the person with the most ball knowledge on players' traits who said that. So you better respect them.
Oh, Ticket said that?
No.
No,
I think it was chill,
Good time.
right?
I said
That's
most
crazy
ball
hate.
knowledge.
That's
Most
crazy
ball
hate
knowledge.
right
You'd be
I don't
better
know.
on offense, but
Yo,
then
give
you
the low key the
stop on
ticket hater
offense.
for real.
I'm not hating. I just drew.
I said the
a
most ball
comparison,
knowledge on
you
players'
know?
traits, and you assume ticket.
No, because I thought you were being
Damn.
sarcastic.
Ticket. Okay, give that.
No,
you're
see,
being
no, the
sarcastic.
person with the most ball knowledge on players' traits said that.
I feel like
Okay,
that's
so-
some fluent was here or something, bro. I'm
No,
not
that's
gonna-
what Chill said.
So you said that?
They
Chill
both said it.
that.
That's
I'm
it.
confused.
The oldest
Fluent
man
and
on the
Chill said it?
platform.
Chill said
Yeah.
it.
All I
So
know
Wall
is
said
that
that.
basketball needs to start again. I've been
Nigga said
hearing some
Giannis when he
crazy
turns
takes
his
in the
brain
last
off.
2
That
weeks.
nigga's a 0 on offense.
Yes,
bro.
respect Giannis when he turns his brain off, man.
Yeah,
How
but
do you know if he turns his brain off?
How many times y'all think Giannis gonna get back to the
finals?
finals?
For saying D Rose over Luka.
Bro, Giannis is cooked, bro. I'm telling you.
Said what?
How many times
He said he'd rather have D Rose over Luka.
Oh, yo, what's with all this Luka disrespect on the panel? What's going on right now?
Because he didn't make the playoffs.
My belief is Chill says it so he can uplift Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I believe he's trying to push Jason Tatum.
You know what's crazy? I think Jason Tatum's really good, but I don't know how he be getting himself into Luka.
This is crazy.
I don't know.
Can I ask you all a question?
He played defense.
Start your franchise off with a player that's good to great at everything, or a player that's elite at a couple of things but has more flaws than the other player?
Good to great at everything.
It depends on the.
It depends.
Yeah, it really depends.
It really depends on the player.
Everything. So you would take Tatum over Luka? Damn.
I mean, that's too simplistic of a comparison parallel.
That's why that shit don't work.
The only case Jason Tatum has, I guess, is
I don't think he's good to great at everything.
I don't think Tatum's good to great at everything either.
He's great at 3-point shooting. You know,
off the catch, not off the dribble, not off the catch.
Yeah.
He shot 28% on wide open spot up threes.
How much?
Wait, actually, that's not true. 28% on pull up threes from
okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's nasty.
He can't drive no more. He lost him. Like the middy's not as there as he used to be, bro. The finishing is I'm not gonna lie to you.
Luka, we're 1 year away from Luka being
a
selfish player. We're 1 year away.
I'm not gonna lie though. Money one Tatum was like that though.
Pull up threes. Tatum's not a great driver, and his mid range game ain't that. How does he score?
No, he's still it's still good, but like it's not as good as people gas it.
It's not like he said good to great. Good to great to me is like close to like the 8 range, right?
A great is like maybe Kawhi level type shit.
So I don't think JT's like 8 at everything. I don't think
Mars, you would agree since Tatum came into the league versus since Tatum's came into the league versus now, I feel like his mid range is like regressed a bit. Like that's
never been that great in the league, though.
I agree.
He just hasn't practiced it. That's all. He just hasn't practiced it.
He's big on
matter.
His mid range has never been that great in the league, though.
Kobe. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, he says he's like Kobe, and he's like.
I don't get how he looks up to Kobe, but then the mid range game is one of his biggest flaws. Like
it's because his footwork is nowhere near.
And then people bring up defense, but like, don't get me wrong, Jason Tatum's like an elite defender. I think he's a really good defender, but he's not like one of the best defenders in the world. It's not enough for me to like scale it to what Luka does offensively. So I don't.
Do you think he's a better defender than offensive player?
What does Luka really do offensively? Let's talk about it.
Okay,
everything.
Like, well, off ball is still shaky. I'm gonna have to be honest with that. Off ball's a little shaky.
That's the only thing. That's legit. That's after that it stops. That is legit.
Oh yeah, once he has the ball in his hand,
selection's a bit spotty.
Thank you.
Shot selection is spotty. Not a great body 3-point shooter, but he's the one that matter.
Look, but listen, it's not about
him. Also, can shoot better from the free throw line. That shit kind of ass.
Is he respectable at the 3-point line? Do people come out to guard him from that?
You guard him out there. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So that counts for something. Same thing with Kobe. Kobe wasn't like an elite 3-point shooter, but people respected.
Ooh, KB spitting. KB spitting. He's
right.
That's why you don't just look at percentages, and I say that all the time.
Yeah.
Luka doesn't shoot spot up threes because he just doesn't.
Because he creates off the dribble.
And off the dribble, I mean, the shot selection is bad. Like
it's step back.
Luka's liable for like a
pick and roll. The post.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If he makes 2 shots, that half court step back is coming. If he makes 2 back to back,
bro, it's disgusting. I hate it every time he pulls it up, bro.
I don't like watching Luka play. It's very.
I love watching Luka play.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Game 7, Luka versus Suns was entertaining as shit. He was cooking.
When he's hitting, when Luka's hitting his 3-pointers, it's
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's crazy.
Luka, anytime he's in the playoffs, is fired to watch.
Yo, Mavs are gonna be great this year.
What up, Doug?
It's like clockwork, bro. Once he gets that, once he hit that mid range, right? Once he creates a pass, once he gets to the lane,
it's going up.
Step back is coming.
Step back is coming. Yeah.
Wait. You know what's crazy? It's always near the hash mark.
Always near the hash. Deep
near the hash mark. And he just relaxes that.
Definitely hoping a lot from the Kyrie Luka off ball with Luka. I'm really hoping he actually kind of starts settling in with Kyrie handling the ball.
I've never seen Luka in a full sprint.
I just don't think there's much Luka has to do off ball to be good.
I don't want them to just be a good team. I want them to be.
They're not
going to be a good team. They're not going to be a contender with no real center, though.
They got
Hey,
better.
no,
What do you
hey,
mean?
we believe in Derek Lively.
That
Yeah,
defense
okay.
is gonna be trash.
Defensively,
They
it's
got
actually really
Rashawn, they
good
got
for
Rashawn
him.
Holmes too from the Kings. Rashawn
They
Holmes.
did get Rashard Holmes. Yep.
Who was ass on the
He can play
Kings
spot
at the end.
Yeah,
And
Rashawn
then
Holmes was getting DMPs. Like,
he was
Yeah,
getting
but Luka-
DMPs
Luka's
at the
gonna
end.
make
The
him a
thing
lob
is,
threat.
though,
They
I
just
think
didn't know how to use him, bro. They just
So
didn't
who's
know.
our
Okay.
current? What's
the
Dallas'
Rashawn
current
Holmes
starting
float
five?
is gonna go crazy.
What's Dallas' current starting five right now?
Luka, Kyrie, Josh Green, Grant Williams, probably Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah, gross.
It's probably
Gross.
Dwight Powell. To start the year, it's
They're
Dwight.
gonna
Powell.
probably start Dwight Powell.
I'm not gonna lie. I
They're
might
gonna
keep
do
start.
it.
I low key might start Lively. I'll be real.
Yeah,
I want to
I'm
start
starting Derek
Lively.
Lively, but
I'm
I don't.
starting Lively
But
too,
I'm
and
starting
Zay
Derek
Cutler.
Lively for like 15 games just to see how he adjusts to the NBA game.
I
I
agree.
think he actually.
That's what I would
playing.
do too.
I think
I
with
think
Luka
Grant Williams is gonna do
offensively,
great on that team.
I think with Luka offensively, he's just gonna be a really good like play finisher, and he's gonna defensively. I think he's gonna be crazy because when you pair him with like Josh Green's a pretty
Is that
solid POA
crazy?
too. So
He's never had a good pick and roll partner that can actually jump off the floor and dunk the basketball.
yeah, the only thing I'd say is
Respect
a
DeAndre
question.
Jordan
I
as
feel
a
like
rookie.
I will not.
the lack of
Yeah, that's
the lack of wing depth is still a question for me.
It's
Like,
still bad.
Do
Yeah.
they
Where
say
they,
you
they,
have a-
dra- they
where do you
drafted
have the
that
Mavs
guy. They
finish on
drafted
that?
that guy. I can't remember his name, but
Omax you talking about?
Yes, him.
I like him. I like
He
him.
projects to be a good wing player, good
And
defender.
they have
Good
Max.
shooter.
They have Maxi Kleber, Reggie, and Jaden Hardy. I like him.
Still
as
got
a scorer.
Timmy.
So
Oh,
where do y'all
true.
anticipate
not
the
gonna lie.
Mavs finishing in the West next year?
I got the
Someone in
have
chat,
have
someone in
no
chat
idea.
said
They're
it.
top 6 seed. They're not in the play-in. I don't.
Someone in chat said it. Shout out Derek. His screen setting is terrible. Derek Lively, I forgot about that. honestly.
He does set bad screens. This is
Say,
this
like
is true.
especially off ball. My goodness, it's a bunch of ghost screens. Like nigga doesn't even set nothing.
Hey, man, Wemby does the same thing, but here we are, guessing Wemby. So.
Oh.
Didn't expect that, but you are a Houston Rockets fan, so I do expect it. Actually.
Wemby don't be making contacts on the screens.
I know you're correct, but like I expect you.
But
to
no,
point that out.
he still draws gravity though. Derek Lively's not drawing anything. So.
Hey, man, respect Derek Lively.
Nah, you see those 3-point
Jason.
shots he was shooting out, bro. He about to hit them. Don't worry.
Anything
all right.
for Christian Wood.
Corner 3-pointers.
The Mavericks do have a better season than the Warriors. To the person who asked in the comments.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree. Actually,
Nah.
Warriors gonna be bad though.
I'm rooting for both teams.
The Warriors might get the number 1 pick.
Damn,
They're not
On
gonna
that's
purpose?
just nasty.
Yo,
Mars
gifted.
is trying so hard to
Yo,
trigger.
gifted.
What up,
That's
what
I'll
up?
be remembered come June, man. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're gonna be if the Warriors win, Players Trace is gonna be part of the group of people. Like, I remember when people said.
Oh yeah, those clips. Oh
Let's
y'all.
go Raptors.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
be part of that because we said that the window's closed.
The laps I'm finna run if my team wins, it's crazy. I'm not
The
gonna lie.
Bucks window is closed, by the way, for anyone.
Y'all thought 22 was bad? Oh man.
Hey, do y'all think the Thunder are a playoff team this year?
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah.
Yes.
Play in.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I think they're gonna be in the playoffs, but they'll make it via the.
I'm not gonna lie to you,
I think
bro.
Memphis is gonna drop.
I think the issue I have with this conversation is a lot of you guys are saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna make it." When you sit down and you write these fucking teams out, it's gonna be 2 good teams not making the playoffs.
Yeah, the Warriors.
Okay,
is one of them.
name
They might get the number 1
your
pick.
West.
Bro,
Give me
stop
your
Wait,
West.
so okay,
can't
Mark,
name my
you
West.
actually don't have the Warriors making the playoffs. Like no.
Give me
Nuggets,
so you don't have a
Nuggets.
Let me look at the West. So Denver's making the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
That's one.
Yep.
I got
Lakers.
Dallas making the playoffs.
Yep.
No, so what?
That's not a lock. That's not a lock. That's not a
That's
lock.
a
They're not
Yeah,
a lock.
it is.
For
Yes.
me,
That's
it's
a
the
lock.
I got
Dallas
the
is a
Who's a
lock,
lock?
y'all?
Who's a lock?
yes.
Dallas is
Dallas.
a
Dallas.
I got
I
the
get
Lakers.
a lock?
I got the Lakers making the playoffs.
lock.
The Lakers are a lock.
If Anthony Davis is injured.
I got the Clippers making the playoffs.
Okay.
That's not. That's
I got,
not
Phoenix, I
that's
got
not
Phoenix
lock.
making the playoffs.
Injury.
Wait, is that 4
Phoenix
teams?
make playoffs,
Is that
okay.
4?
Phoenix.
How many teams is that? 4 or 5?
That's
Is it
5.
the Mavs, the
That's fine.
Lakers,
I got
the
4
Nuggets?
locks. I don't count.
I got Memphis making the playoffs.
6.
No, that's not lock.
I don't know.
Memphis is a lock for the playoffs. They are.
No, wait, no,
I've
that's
got
five.
the Kings making the playoffs. I've got the Kings making the playoffs.
That's
Yeah,
7,
they're
right?
a lock.
That's 7. And then
You got OKC,
And then I've
OKC.
probably got OKC in the last one.
Timberwolves.
Bro,
Okay,
Yeah,
see,
I got
it's not a lock.
I got the Timberwolves in the
Oh,
playing
yeah,
team.
yeah.
No,
And
no,
the
no, no,
Pelicans in
no,
the
no, no, no,
play-in.
no, no. Not
Pelicans,
playing
no.
playoffs. Don't do that shit.
Six
Not in the
teams.
playoffs.
What 8 teams do I have making the playoffs? That's the
6.
question.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
okay.
yeah,
Yes.
that's-
My top
Playoffs,
my
not
top 8.
playing.
Hey, bro, when Chris
Denver-
Paul is leading some
Denver is a
insane bench
guarantee.
offenses, I
Denver,
don't let him warn
Denver and the
you.
Lakers are guarantees.
Okay, that's 2.
I hope
I
you're
got
right.
Phoenix
bench
definitely in the
offense is
playoffs.
such a crazy-
Phoenix
That's
is definitely
three.
in the playoffs. That's
Such
That's
a
3.
crazy-
The Kings also be in the playoffs.
That's 4.
Grizzlies
Kings,
will be in
okay.
the playoffs.
Who?
Grizzlies.
That's 5.
I'm not locked.
OKC will be in the playoffs.
I'm not sold on the Grizzlies.
Now
Okay.
listen, OKC makes it 6, Mars.
Yeah,
That's
OKC
6.
will be in the playoffs. The Timberwolves will be in the playoffs.
That's
Dallas?
7.
Did you say Dallas?
He didn't say Dallas yet.
Warriors ahead of Memphis.
And Dallas be in the playoffs. Those 8.
All right, so you left off who?
The Warriors.
You said the
left
Warriors?
off-
The Pelicans didn't make it.
Warriors.
Okay.
Pelicans didn't make it. Did I say the Timberwolves?
You said the Timberwolves.
Okay, the Pelicans didn't make it. The Warriors didn't make it.
Kings didn't make it, right?
I said the Kings.
He said Kings.
Did the Grizzlies make it?
I think the Pelicans and Warriors.
I don't think you said Clippers. Did you say Clippers? You said Clippers?
you didn't say
I'm pretty sure I said Clippers.
He said Clippers.
I got the Warriors.
This is the
finishing
teams
up
I heard.
I think the Pelicans and Warriors are the 2 teams.
I heard him
that
say
didn't make it.
Lakers, Suns, Dallas, Denver,
Yep.
Sac, Memphis.
Yeah, no Clippers.
OKC, and
He didn't say Clippers in
Did
that.
you say Tibbs?
and Clippers.
And
There you go. That's 8.
No, but he didn't say Clippers.
I said the Timberwolves, so I left
Yeah,
out
you
the
didn't
Clippers
say
by
Mavericks,
accident.
Sacramento.
I got the Timberwolves.
Okay, if I'm
making
wrong
the
about one
playoffs.
of those teams, the Clippers take that spot.
But
There we
listen,
go.
but listen. My
Why
point
is OKC
is,
and Dallas a lock? That's what I
bro,
want.
my
Dallas
bigger
is a
point
lock.
No,
to
no,
Mars
it's
is
my
like
picks.
there's
Dallas
not
is
that
a
many
lock.
locks
You said it
in
was a
the
lock.
Western Conference.
I
That's my
think
bigger
OKC
point.
Oh yeah,
Dallas.
I think they're gonna. I said I think they'll make the playoffs by the players. That's what I said. But
No, Dallas is top.
So you
Dallas-
think the Warriors
Dallas
will
is
lose
just
to
gonna
the
make it,
play-ins?
man.
One of those teams. That's what you believe.
no, I think they're
have,
gonna be the 11th seed.
I have OKC
my
missing.
God.
Okay, he's trolling. He's trolling.
I think
Yeah.
they'll just miss.
I'm not-
Me and Double
When
agree on
I'm
that.
when
They're
I'm
gonna be
come
top
back
50.
to this in April.
Okay.
This month.
No, in April you're cooked,
PC
bro.
The
episode
confidence in being
101,
wrong is
36
crazy.
minutes. Come
I'm
back.
not
You
gonna
guys
lie.
are underrated in Dallas.
OKC, they might be like an 8th or 7th seed, but I mean, I have them missing out just.
I
I
just
don't
think
think
it's
Golden
harder
State
to
finished
like.
above Houston in the rankings, to be honest. But
Hey, that's fine. I think it's hard to actually give a solid 8 because the play-in is literally single game elimination. So to me, hearing people say, "Oh, this team's a lot, this team's a lot," I don't see that many locks at all.
Hey, swipe
It's
us
gonna
in
be
the
very
same.
competitive.
They're about
Look, listen,
four
listen,
guaranteed.
That's all you
I
gotta
got
do. You don't gotta
Memphis and
respond, bro.
Sacramento going down, and I got OKC and Minnesota going up.
But
Going
see,
down
why
to
do you
where?
have
They were the-
OKC
they were the
over
3 seed.
Memphis and Sacramento? Memphis
Sacramento
is always
Ja's
consistent.
gonna miss 25 games. They got new chemistry with Marcus Smart. They got to figure that out.
And they
And
still have
then-
a defense that carries the regular season, right?
Ja is gonna miss.
We'll see.
25
I mean,
games.
people hate on Dylan Brooks, but he did bring defense.
No Tyus
So
Jones.
might-
You're adding Marcus Smart now to
No
replace
Tyus
that.
Jones.
Yeah, Marcus Smart.
But Marcus
There
Smart
is no
is
Tyus
gonna-
Jones
Marcus
though.
gonna-
That is
I
fair.
don't know. I feel like the
Who's
only
gonna be their backup
locks are like the
point guard?
Tyus Jones
Lakers.
is- oh my god.
I feel like the only locks are like the
What happened?
No,
Tyus
who's
Tyus
Tyus
Jones.
Jones?
I don't know what the
Bro,
infatuation
he
is.
helps orchestrate the offense.
No,
No,
he's
I
the best
don't care
backup
about
point
Tyus
guard.
Jones. But who's their
I
backup?
hear
point
that
guard
every
when
time
Ja's
I'd watch
out?
a
That's
Memphis
what I'm
Grizzlies
saying.
game, he gets like the label of best backup point guard in the league.
He was.
It's gonna be Marcus
I'm like-
He
Smart.
probably is. Like, who else are you picking?
How?
Nah, he's a good
Jordan.
one. He's a good
Malcolm
back.
Brogdon.
Jordan Poole.
Oh,
Jordan
fuck out of
I
here.
hate
Malcolm
Fuck outta-
Brogdon's
fuck
better.
outta
Wait,
here.
Tyus Jones better. Tyus Jones better than Jordan
You
Poole.
don't know y'all niggas.
No,
Stop.
no.
bro.
Tyus Jones better than Jordan Poole.
I rather.
Tyus
Tyler
Jones is
Hero?
better than Brogdon. I'll give you
Tyler
that.
Hero over who?
Hey man, Tyus Jones
Tyus
better than Jordan
Jones?
Poole.
Tyus Jones is definitely
No.
better than Malcolm Brogdon.
So right now they're both on
No,
the
he's
Wizards,
not.
right? They're both
What?
on the Wizards.
Oh,
Bro,
they are.
Tyus
Jordan Poole
Jones
is a
is better.
starter. Jordan Poole is a starter, bro.
Nah,
Relax.
Yo,
no,
listen,
because
yo,
if they were
you
both
don't want
backup
to
point
glad about
guards,
this
Tyus
shit.
Jones is
Niggas
a
will
better
see
backup
how
point
good
guard.
Jordan Poole is.
Now that they're both
But
on
they'll
the
see.
start.
They'll see.
Bro, Poole's
Malcolm
gonna be so
Brogdon.
good. This
Malcolm
is
They're gonna be
awesome.
so good.
Hey,
And when
man,
they
both might
play,
start. They both
he's
might start.
driving. Yeah,
Tyus
yeah.
Jones and Poole are going to start together.
Yeah, and Jordan Poole is better, and that means when they were both coming off the bench, Jordan Poole was also better. He's a better player.
And
Who would you
22,
rather-
Jordan
no,
Poole is better than
Here's a
Tyus
better
Jones.
question. Here's a better question. Who would you rather
23 is
leading
better
your
than
second unit, Jordan Poole or Tyus Jones?
Tyus Jones.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan, I'd rather have Jordan
Leading
Poole
your
be the
second
best
unit?
player on my
As my
bench
second
than
unit,
Tyus Jones.
I would
Point guard,
rather.
second unit point guard.
I would
You
rather
said
have
lead the
Jordan
second
Poole.
unit.
I think Jordan Poole's better. I think
I
Jordan Poole's better than
Jordan Poole
Tyus
can't
Jones.
pass or some
I'd
shit.
rather
That's like top.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what point we're trying to get off here, saying Tyus Jones over Jordan Poole, but stop it.
No,
I don't
think
think-
that.
I don't think-
Tyus
I
No,
don't-
that point
I
right there,
don't
Bars,
think
is
so.
one of those clickbaity ass points, as if
It's not.
Okay, like,
Ty-
I don't
Ty-
even- I don't
wait,
even
wait,
know
wait, wait,
what's
wait,
no,
wait,
no.
wait.
Wait, let me
Wait,
finish
no.
the take before
Dub,
y'all react.
dub, dub,
Let me
dub,
finish
dub,
the take
dub,
before y'all
dub.
react. Let me
Tyus
finish
Jones
this take before
contributes
y'all
more to
react.
half court offense than Jordan Poole.
Where was
That's
that
not
contribution to half court offense? in the
That's
playoffs?
not true.
Oh shit.
Stop. You can say he
Jordan Poole's barely
hits
played.
passes.
Then Jordan
passes.
Poole-
I can literally give you the net rating if you want.
Where was
want
the
that?
half court offense contributions in the playoffs?
That shit
The
was
team
stagnant
was
as
not
fuck.
good in the playoffs. Were they
Jordan
good
Poole
in the
had-
playoffs?
We're talking about
Neither were the Warriors Lakers though.
Lakers and the Warriors.
bring up
I
playoff
would rather
series
have a
Jordan Poole was
it's almost
non-existent.
like this.
Okay, okay.
I
I
would
got a
rather have
question.
guy.
I got a question.
No.
Was
I
Tyus
would-
Jones
hold on,
unplayable in the
Gifted,
playoffs?
Hold on, Gifted. You would
That's
rather
what
have
no
a
Gifted.
guy.
That's
Gifted, hold on, SB. You would rather have a guy that can't generate offense like that. He's just passing it off of plays that the Memphis Grizzlies is drawing up, or a guy who can generate offense, can be a score threat, and can impact.
I think Jordan Poole's main value is being a scoring threat, but he's not running the offense like that. He's not doing that.
He's an off-ball.
Last year he didn't do that.
Tyus Jones don't run this shit. He just follows the plays that they run.
Bro, Tyus Jones was absolutely orchestrating offense for Memphis.
That's not a fact.
An offense that wasn't good by your own admission.
Offense be trash.
I think Tyus Jones.
Well done.
Look, think of the times. Think of the times when Jordan Poole had to lead an offense. He was averaging like 28 and like actually orchestrating a good one. So like I just
without Steph Curry,
guys, we're only talking guys. We're only
30 a game,
last year.
superstar numbers.
Jordan Poole easily has a higher.
I said Jordan Poole is better than Tyus Jones. I said
you're getting cooked.
I'm not getting cooked. I literally said Jordan Poole was better than Tyus Jones. When did I not say that?
Tyus Jones is a perfect.
You guys are cooking
I just
yourself.
think he gets overrated because of the Grizzlies record without John
Gifted him
Morant.
right.
I think that's what
That's
it is.
something starting minutes.
Gifted ain't even close to being right.
Bro, Jordan Poole was dead as unplayable in the playoffs. Are we gonna lie about that or what?
Jordan Poole
Act like there's not context to why he wasn't.
Are we gonna lie about bro?
What context is there? He was
I know you're not talking to a Warriors fan about context because I'm a Warriors fan. I don't hate Jordan Poole. I think he's good, but he was unplayable in the playoffs. Let's keep it.
This
year. Tyus Jones is more valuable.
This season gonna be different though because wait. This season for Jordan Poole is gonna be different because he's on an entirely different team, playing an entirely different role.
Tyus Jones.
What I'm comparing, you know what's crazy? This 23 like postseason is not even real to me. I'll be honest with you. Like I don't think
that shit was definitely real. I saw that shit. That shit was definitely real.
I'm telling you,
even in 2022 when the Warriors
mentally checked out of that season, bro. Like
Jordan Poole was like. I don't even count last year for real. If I get punched by
no, but see, listen. Wait. I'm sorry. This is the soft shit that pisses me. No.
Listen,
just wait.
You gotta hear me out.
Me and KB literally host a space every Tuesday where we're talking about Golden State Warriors basketball, and I quite literally said with Jordan Poole, what pisses me off is he played so inconsistent and was so ass at times. People were saying Draymond knocked the game out of Jordan Poole as an excuse for his play. That shit's ass to me.
Listen,
why is that ass, bro?
There is no way that you're telling me a basketball player is getting cooked on defense because he got punched in the face.
He's
you're not telling me that.
No, he's not as mentally locked in for the
2022
because he knows that. The Golden State,
have some fucking pride. Are you kidding me? I'm not getting burnt on defense because I got punched in the face. That's some soft shit. No. I'm sorry. You're getting paid millions of dollars to play basketball, and you getting punched in the face makes you not care about basketball. What the fuck?
Listen, bro, you're not hearing people. You're just talking over.
I'm not because that's soft as hell to me.
No.
Listen. If you get punched in the face,
I'm saying in the 22 season, coming into the 22 season, the season that they won, right? He got a role, whatever. He thrived, right?
Okay.
Then there was problems with his fluctuating role, but his production dropped, but it wasn't anything crazy, right? But the vibes were good. Like, and he was chilling. Like, he played well in the playoffs. It was fine. Then going into the 23 season, that whole debacle happened.
Mars, where you at?
He didn't play that well in the finals. His minutes actually went down.
His minutes went down every round, but whatever.
Also,
he played cool in the playoffs, bro. He had his moments.
I'm just saying,
he played good, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, 18 on plus like 11 can't last only because of one round. That's legit.
Also,
like that just doesn't logically make sense, bro. Like
it's easy to.
But also, there's that
we gotta use our brains at some point, guys. Nigga played 4 rounds and went to like for the minimum games that he played was 5 in one season.
No one is saying he was bad that year in the playoffs. He was
no, but they're saying like his numbers are being carried because of a 5-game series, but like logically he can't.
Oh, I didn't say that. I just said he didn't have.
I don't think anybody said that.
I mean,
each series after the Nuggets.
Listen, then this season comes around, right? This past season, this thing gets socked in the face, bad roll. And literally, and you, Jordan, you know this. The lineups that this nigga was getting,
Gifted.
The lineups this nigga was getting was terrible.
Paul got stabbed 11 times in the back. I hit him inside the head with a bottle in all 82 games of hoops. I'm not hearing that shit, bro. That shit's soft as fuck to me. Don't bring up another grown man getting punched in the face for why he can't hoop, bro.
That is
soft.
crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
That shit's soft as hell.
He's not his
No,
mental.
that wasn't real. That's not Jordan.
Like, bro, if we giving players excuses to the point where if they get
That's a
punched in the
crazy
face,
excuse,
that's
bro.
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Bro,
Hey,
you know,
not-
you're
not-
not
not-
biased.
not-
If I have bias for you, nigga, I'm going that far. That's all I'm
Look
doing.
at KB. Look at KB. That shit nasty. That shit nasty as hell,
I don't know what
man.
we were supposed to do about that. I mean, like
Okay.
Jordan Poole. If Jordan Poole's gonna play bad because he got punched in the face, well, the Warriors need to move off of him then because I mean that's just
Hey,
if
hold
that's
on.
what KB is saying.
Bro,
Let me
Maybe
say something, bro.
Draymond shouldn't sock people in the face. Haven't you ever thought of that?
What up?
If
Hold
Dub
on.
knocks
Wait a
you out on camera, right? If Dub knocks you out on camera, are you gonna perform the same way for the next 3 months on player shows when Dub is hosting? You're gonna perform in the exact same way.
It's not my
Okay.
show.
No. Everybody pause.
My bad, Gifted.
Everybody shut up. Everybody shut up.
After, hold on. Stop.
bad
After
analogy,
Gifted, Chilltown has something to speak. He
Bet.
wanted the link for a reason.
Bet. Okay, so listen, here's number one, and this might just be me personally, right? If a altercation happened between me and Dub,
Film.
I'm sorry, don't talk, please. I'm gonna answer your question. If an altercation happens between me and Dub, I am a professional. I am involved in this. This is a role that I have to employ. If something happens between us, we can handle that behind the scenes. But I am not going to then let that directly impact my performance or my passion for something because of that. If I play basketball, I take a pride in playing defense. I take a pride in contributing something positive to the offensive end. If your excuse to me is Jordan Poole is getting burnt on defense and getting whoever offense run on him from game to game to game because Draymond Green punched him in the face, I don't respect that.
It's not.
I will
it's
never
not,
respect that.
That's not
what
what
I
I
was
think.
saying.
I'm saying Jordan's Poole, he didn't give a fuck as much, bro. First of all, what you're not considering, he already has a ring. So that probably wasn't, if you're talking about Jordan's career's expectations.
Oh, so now
hold
already
up,
winning a
Gifted,
championship.
hold up. Well, let me talk.
Okay.
Let me talk. Shut the fuck up. When
Oh,
I'm
shit.
I don't know why this is
Considering
such a, like, I don't know why we
Okay.
shit so much.
Okay.
I mean,
Hey,
Yo,
he said,
Gifted,
shut
you
the
gonna
fuck
take
up,
that
shut
shit
the
on
fuck
this
up.
platform?
I didn't say
You
it
just
like
gonna take
that.
that disrespect? I don't know.
No.
Bro,
His
can you be fake gas and shit, bro?
His expectation probably wasn't getting the ring.
And that
He already
Chilltown has
got a ring
next.
for Golden State. So what does he really care to play that hard for an organization that didn't back him when he
The
got
pride of basketball? What?
it's his job. He's
Oh,
supposed to play hard.
God damn. When an organization didn't back him when he got sucker punched in the face, and probably his team, the other teammates were like, oh, Draymond's a big homie, he's trying to apologize. Bro, if someone punches me in the face, bro, I'm not forgiving you for shit, and I might play in a way to sabatage a team that didn't.
Well, then you don't need to play basketball.
He's soft as fuck. Man, that's crazy as shit.
Gifted. Have you ever been knocked out?
I said I'll sabotage my own
Man
team.
said I'll sabotage my own team. That's some hater shit. That's some hater shit. Dub. That's some hater shit,
I'm not
Dub.
gonna lie. Playing fourth imposter in real life is crazy.
Crazy mentality to have, bro. Oh my god.
Gifted, have you ever been knocked out?
No, I've been in
Okay,
fights. I've been in many fights, though. I have done that. I've been knocked out, though.
I don't think you fought before.
I don't give a fuck what you think.
Gifted ain't engaged in fisticuffs. Let's be real.
I have.
They paid him.
Gifted, you're just a nice guy.
I am a nice guy.
This is like so
Bro, I'm holding a grudge for the whole year, bro.
Gifted has
Fuck
battle of
Draymond
wits.
Green. You're gonna see what Jordan Poole is really gonna do when they play each other. I better guarantee you. Talk
Well
shit.
then it's good that you're not in any profession because
Yeah,
that's-
that shit crazy.
Stop.
That shit
That
crazy.
nigga said you have no job. That's crazy.
That shit crazy, dog.
Stop. Chilltown, what do you have to say, brother? Go ahead.
Mars asked me a question earlier today, and I gotta expand on my answer because Mars asked me a question earlier. Mars, if Curry goes in, you know what that?
Did you kick him?
You packed him up? You packed him up?
Nah, that's crazy.
I couldn't do
That's
anything.
crazy. if you
That
kicked
wasn't
him.
me. That wasn't
No,
me.
it probably is connected.
He was about to say Curry over Kobe and got packed up.
that is
That's
so
what.
disrespectful, bro.
Wait,
What?
what?
About to say what?
If Curry wins the ring
He's
this
com-
year, he
he's
has
coming
Curry
back, he's
over
coming
Kobe.
Hey man, I'm just
Oh,
saying.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm ready to
Let's
hear
hear
it,
the
bro.
nigga out. Let's just hear him out.
Nah,
Let's hear him
this
out.
is
Let's hear him
valid.
out.
This is a
Oh
valid.
man, it says device not connected in the background, man.
Chill having some connection issues.
Look,
I'm
Chill
Chilltown,
Town,
can
lie.
you hear me? I'm with you, dog, all the way.
Kobe's doing his best to interfere with Chill right now.
Nah, that's
He ain't
crazy.
about to allow this.
Tell Chill to close all his tabs. Tell him to close all the tabs.
All I'm saying, bro, it's easy to
you're
call
saying
through
Kobe's
and thought
ghost
we
is
never
nothing
called
right
through.
now?
That's just
Nah,
weird.
nigga, I'm not gonna let you slander me on this platform, bro.
Bro, football is basically saying like when Travis Kelce hit that one defender, he's saying, okay, that defender should have sabotaged the game.
I don't watch football, so I don't
The
get this.
difference is that Travis Kelce had remorse, bro, and it's not Draymond. He doesn't have the pad, bro. Draymond's probably still an asshole, bro. That's
So
the
football
difference.
breakdown. So you're
He's an asshole.
Wait a minute.
I would agree.
But yo, Ethan, I don't understand. This is what I'm confused about.
Football breakdown. So
why can't that be a factor? I just don't get it because, like, I think you can attribute to bad playing for just being a bad player, like during the time. That's fine. I don't mind people doing that.
Mhm.
There's there's factors that go into it. If someone like that whole situation of getting punched, it can like everyone's different. It can mentally fuck up someone.
Okay, but
if you're trying to get through it by you just trying to play well and you're not making your shots and you feel like you're not contributing well, and on top of that, that's still mentally in the back of your head, and it hasn't really been solved properly because you know how the Warriors ran that situation. It wasn't properly solved. Like,
but the idea of sabotaging a job because you got
I don't think he sabotaged. I don't think he sabotaged.
But subconsciously, bro, you don't play as hard when you don't give up. Plus, he already has a ring, bro. He don't care.
Bro, so already winning a ring makes you care less about playing basketball? That's terrible logic.
You know what? That's why then he got his ring. Then he didn't get the minutes. He just started pouting. He started being a baby.
He was despondent. He don't care. I'm just telling you.
Bro, that is not how the real world works at all, dog. That is not the real world.
Never been punched in the face. What the fuck you talking about?
You don't know me enough to say that. I don't know you. I'm being weird. I'm being weird because I don't know you.
I'm in pride that you go your show.
I don't even see your face up here talking to me right now. I don't know you well enough for you to say that. So let's not get it twisted.
That's why I don't show my face. That's the funny thing. But
No, that's crazy.
People call me bald all the time because they say I look like.
Wait, so you don't want to show your face because you're afraid to get slandered? Is that?
I look way better than you.
He's gonna sabotage that.
No, wait. I get so confused. If you look better,
Chill Town's back. No.
Hey man, no. We don't care about who's uglier.
We don't care.
I don't care.
Chill Town's back. Yo,
I just don't see the point of him talking shit.
Chill, cook, man. Cook. I want to hear, man.
Chill Town, go ahead.
What's up, Chill?
So Mars, you asked me a question earlier today. I want to make sure that you can.
I think he's doing something.
And I don't know if you dudes can hear me. Maybe I got a connection issue. Something's going on.
We can hear you right now.
Yeah, we can hear you right now.
Good now. The connection's foggy a bit.
Okay, so with that being said, so Mars asked me a question, and Mars, I got stuff with the leg because I can hear myself, and something's going on my end. I'm gonna try this again. Hold on, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna come back.
Got you.
I'm gonna go out.
All this effort to hear Curry over Kobe, man.
I just don't like this.
I'll be honest, it's not really
like getting knocked out is like some cool shit, bro. That's just not cool. People
nobody's saying it. Why are you so hurt right now? I'm not gonna lie. Have you lost your football breakdown? Let me ask you a question. Have you?
He absolutely has, KB. He absolutely has.
For sure.
Yeah, I knew it. That's why he's so passionate. He got knocked out.
He's in his feelings. Okay,
he got folded. It happens, bro.
Yeah, he got.
You do realize like that reaction you're having is because you're emotional, like real shit. Like real shit. I'm not even trying to be a troll right now. If you're having that type of reaction, you got sucker punched and got knocked the fuck out.
Bro, you should get emotional.
I didn't realize I've been deaf this whole time. Now that's crazy.
Listen,
I've got this man in his feelings so crazy.
To be vulnerable, bro.
If you get in a fight, because I'm not gonna lie, if you get in a fight and get fucked up, you just got taken on the chin.
Sucker punch.
Dub. That is all I'm saying, Dub. That is all I'm saying, Dub. That is all I'm saying.
Sucker punch.
Hey, no football.
Chill, you good?
Try to beat it.
Two things. Number one, the reason why this is such an issue is because we've seen it. Like this would not be an issue if this wasn't on tape.
Agreed.
That's the only reason why this is an issue because everybody saw it and everybody is talking about it. But back to what Mars asked me a question earlier. Mars asked me a question earlier today. Mars, that would mean that Curry would have to jump Bryant and he's not jumping Bryant, which means that I would have to put Bryant in the top 10. I would have to completely shuffle. Okay. Yes, that's what it would mean. It would mean that if he were to do that, that would mean that I would have to completely shuffle 8, 9, and 10 and 11, and I would have to take somebody or two people out if I'm going to put Curry in the top 10, because I can't put Curry in the top 10 and not put Bryant in the top 10, because he's not going to jump Bryant just because he won the NBA championship.
So Steph winning helps Kobe's ranking.
That means both of those dudes got, because if Curry go, that means if Curry going in, Bryant got to go in too.
I don't know, but not.
You know it's okay.
Every Kobe fan,
I did not expect that at all.
Chill.
Every Kobe fan needs to root for Steph Curry to win the ring.
Well, see, that's the thing. So that's the thing where like when people get on me about Bryant being 11, if you have him at 7, I'm cool with that. Anywhere between 7 and 11, we can have that conversation 100%. I got no problem with that.
You have a problem with him being like 5? Like if someone had him 5, is that a problem?
Yeah, I don't think he's a top 5 player in NBA history. I do not think that. No. But to Mars's point, I mean, Mars asked me a question earlier today, and I wanted to come up here and I wanted to clean that up. That if Curry would have won the NBA championship and play at an MVP level again this year and win the Finals MVP, that means that I would have to, if I put him in the top 10, that means I'd have to put Bryant in the top 10 too. And he doesn't jump Bryant. That means both of them would have to go in. And that means two people got to come out.
So in your eyes, no matter,
two people got to come out.
So no matter what Curry does,
he can't be better than Kobe in here. Because he's just not better than Kobe. He's just not better.
No.
He just doesn't play basketball better.
He's not. Mars.
Chill understands. He just doesn't play.
So wait. So listen. I got a question for you right now, Chill. Right? Here's my question. Right? Because a lot of people are like factoring in like if you win a title, but for a lot of people, I think they look at how long you played at a certain level. Right? Let's say 4 years from now, right? Steph retires, but in these upcoming 4 years, he plays at an MVP level, but doesn't win. Wouldn't he still have more years of elite basketball play over Kobe?
That would be what? 13 years?
18 All-Star games.
That would be, I think that would be 12 years of playing at an elite level. I think that'd be 12 years playing at an elite level. I think Bryant played around 12 years at an elite level. So no, it wouldn't be.
He made the All-NBA team 15 times.
No, sorry. My bigger point though is like if he's able to play more seasons of elite MVP caliber basketball, but doesn't get the other championship, at that point, where would you stand?
Again, we talking. Winning isn't as high on my list. You know, I care about what you did. I care about when you did it. I care about how you did it. I care about who you did it against, right? And I care about longevity. I care about all of that stuff. So if Steph Curry were to play another 4 more years at an MVP level, would that, even if he didn't win the NBA championship, that still wouldn't equate to what Bryant did.
Okay.
Or maybe it would be equal to what Bryant did. But with that being said, that still wouldn't put him ahead of Bryant, simply off the strength of what Bryant had done up until that point. And then I'd have to start asking questions like, well, how much did he win? Because we've already got the other stuff factored in. We've already got the fact that how long did you play at this level? What did you do when you were at this level? Who did you do it against when you were at this level? Well, Bryant checks those boxes, right? So Curry checks those boxes. Well, then now, did you win? Okay, he did win. Bryant won. So I think that's where the separator would be. But to answer Mars's question, if I would have put Curry in, I would have to put Bryant in.
Wait, if competition and longevity is something that you value a lot, why is Magic in your top 10?
Wait, why would Magic not be in the top 10? What are you talking about?
Hey man, the same reason why Kobe should be in the top 10.
Because if you value those things, then like someone who's like playoff translation, holding your averages, staying efficient, competition in terms of defense. Out of the top 10, Kobe's like pretty high at all that. Like he sustains at a very, very high level. And competition wise, Magic.
And so does James, and so does Magic, so does Bird, so does Olajuwon, so do all of these dudes.
Bird, I don't.
Wait, you have Olajuwon over Kobe?
Speak your truth.
He has Hakeem at 9, Kobe at 11.
Bird has a series where it's like he hasn't looked like up to par when he's going.
Did you say a series? Is that what I just heard you say?
No, there's certain series, like multiple.
Oh, so plural series. And Brian has also.
Brian has also, but in terms of translating in the playoffs, I think Brian has done a better job than Larry, in my opinion.
Did you know that he got a better record than Larry in both elimination and closeout games? Did you know that?
Who, Kobe has a better record or Larry?
Bird does. Bird does.
No.
Does he perform better?
Yes.
Okay. That's wins and losses. I'm talking about in terms of performance.
Bird is dirty in the playoffs.
So KB, what you're going back to being better at basketball. That's what you're going back to.
Yeah, it's the same reason why Steph can't pass Kobe.
That's what you're going back to. You're going back to being better at basketball.
But it's a combination of everything. He's saying on top of him performing in the postseason, playing well, playing at a higher level than Larry Bird, having more consistency in the postseason, with the longevity, with the talent, with the defense, with the All NBAs, with the All Defense. It doesn't make sense how Bird is above Kobe Bryant with the very things that you value.
Seven times in 9 years, he was at the top of the league in the MVP votes, 1 or 2. 7 times in 9 years. That's a fact. So when we talk about stuff that I value, right? So when we talk about stuff that I value, right? When I talk about playoff being great in the playoffs, performing in the playoffs, performing great in the regular season, doing it for a long time. Again, 7 times in 9 years, Bird finished 1 or 2 in league MVP votes. I value that stuff.
Chill, I do have a question too. So if Curry did everything that we've been talking about, winning the championship, winning Finals MVP, and then
you can't sell me Kobe. You can't sell me Curry over Kobe. So no matter what you tell me, he's behind Curry.
That's crazy though.
That's fine.
I agree because Kobe's just better at basketball.
You can't sell me Curry over Kobe.
No, that's fine.
He's a better defensive player.
What makes Kobe over Hakeem once that happens? Like, why did that happen in your situation for your rankings?
What is Curry? Why
because
is Kobe?
Steph and Kobe would have to bounce in the top 10. So someone
which
like
means
Hakeem would have to bounce out of the top 10. Yeah,
I didn't say Shaq and Hakeem. I'm not sure who would have to come out. I'm not sure who exactly would have to come out. But what I do know for a fact is Curry is not jumping Bryant. I do know that for a fact.
So basically, no matter what he does, even if it's at a higher level than Kobe, it's not going to change anything for you, regardless.
I'm just trying to. So we got Steph Curry at 35 years old. I think the projection that you have, I think it's unrealistic. I can't see Curry playing until 39.
How did he play last season to you?
I don't know, man. That shot never goes away.
Are you sure? He last season. I thought he played at a high level. Made the All-Pro team. He was second team All-Pro. Yeah, I thought he played at a high level. He also missed 25 games due to injury.
He did,
which is mounting, and he's going to be 36 next year, and this stuff is going to continue. So, is Steph Curry still going to play at this level at 4 years later? Is that realistic for me to think?
I think that's questionable. I think it's fair to question that. I'm just saying, for you to say, okay, no matter what, it's not going to change. That's you saying, no matter if Curry even outperforms Kobe, it's not changing because it's Kobe. That's what it sounds like.
Let me rephrase that then, Goldie. He would have to do something astronomical for me to put him ahead of Kobe Bryant. That would have to happen.
Okay.
So, Mars, I wanted to answer your question. I didn't want to take up any more of you guys' lives.
No. Real quick, chill. I gotta ask you something, okay? So you as a professional, right?
Yep.
If a teammate does an action to you, right? Are you gonna say, you know what? Because this action happened, I'm going to sabotage my team now.
I've actually gotten into fights in practice, both in high school and in college. I've gotten in fights in practice. That did not deter what we were doing as a unit.
Yeah.
But can it? But can it?
The only reason why this is an issue is because it was on national television. That's it. Yeah. If this tape didn't come out, this would not be an issue. This would have gotten settled right there.
I'm just asking you personally,
people would be surprised
about your mindset, right? Like your mindset after that happens is not to sabotage your team out of spite. I'm asking you that question.
No, it is not.
But my question is, can it check you out as like a player? Does it affect your game?
No, it doesn't. Mm-mm.
Well, it depends. Everyone reacts different.
I feel like everyone's different though. So
that's true.
Yeah, so you cannot. It won't check chill out, but it might check someone else out.
I need to
clarify
someone that
something. Also played high school and college and got in fights in practice. That's the last thing on your mind when you in the game, man. Like you got a goal that you're trying to work on.
Yeah,
we got to apply to practice. That's practice.
If you wide open underneath the basket and that causes us to win the game, I'm not going to not pass you the ball because you punched me in the face.
I'm not thinking about that at the moment.
No. That's why, chill. Like I just want to be clear with what I said, right? All I'm saying is if you're telling me that the reason why Jordan Poole was bad on defense and getting cooked by other people is because Draymond punched him in the face, I have to disagree. Because that is not an excuse for his performance in those situations.
I will tell you this.
Getting punched in the face.
Now, I will tell you this, Gifted. I will tell you this. I think it did affect his game, and it affected his game because everybody saw it. I think that it would be something different if it didn't get out. If it got handled right there, if everybody didn't see it, and we got guys like us on YouTube and on national television showing it all over the place, and he's now becoming a meme. Well, I got everywhere I go, I gotta answer questions. If you notice, Draymond's still talking about this. Jordan Poole has nothing else to say about this. And the reason why he has nothing else to say about this is because do you want to talk about getting punched in the face?
No,
I don't want to talk about that. No. I do not want to talk about that. I want to talk about why we're going to beat this team. I want to talk about why my game is going to help us beat this team. I want to talk about the fact that my teammate, who was integral in us winning, punched me in the face a year ago. I don't want to talk about that. But the fact that he still has to do that, I think that's affected his game.
Hold on, JJ. I need to clarify something for Chill real quick. Because you mentioned Larry Bird finished 7 times in top 3 MVP voting, right?
Top 2, not top 3, top 2. 1 or 2.
Top
7,
2.
Yes, 7 times in 9.
7 top. Well, Kobe Bryant, the counter to that, Kobe Bryant finished top 3 5 times in MVP voting. On top of doing that 5 times, there was 12 times he finished consecutive in top 10 voting. So in my opinion, I mean, even though I get the 2, which is kind of a difference, but if it's just one position and one slot away, I mean, what are we doing?
So let me make sure I'm understanding you, Dub. You said 5 times he finished in the top 3. Right.
That was
and
07,
Bird,
07, 2010, 03, 09, and then 08 when he won.
And Bird from 1980 to 1989, 7 times in 9 years, including 6 straight years, he finished 1 or 2 in MVP votes. That's more than half the decade.
But again, if it's just one spot, I don't see why that's such a big margin for you.
I'm glad you brought up the one spot. 1 spot, 1 year. This is every year he's doing this for 6 straight years. So So Bryant would finish 3rd in 2007 or whatever year you said. He wouldn't finish 3rd again for 3 more years. Bird finished 1st or 2nd 6 straight years. I'm the guy 1 or 2. For 6 straight years.
Okay, so Chill. What I'm saying is that's fine. That's fine. You can have that. What I'm saying is when you got the playoffs and the postseason performances to Kobe Bryant, the longevity to Kobe Bryant, the defenses to Kobe Bryant, the all defense, the all NBAs, they're all to Kobe Bryant. If the MVP finishes being top 2 is such a discrepancy for you when Kobe Bryant's finishing top 3 going against LeBron, Tim Duncan, you had Dirk Nowitzki's, and he had a talent pool amazing in his talent pool. Steve Nash with that Mike D'Antoni offense. So Kobe Bryant, Mike D'Antoni, I had to bring that up. So Kobe Bryant finishing top 3 in that era and top 12 straight seasons of being in top 10 voting.
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
And you will never understand it because you've had this conversation more than once.
You'll never understand it.
You won't. And I'll explain my logic. So the year that he didn't finish 2nd, he finished 3rd that year, which was in the 87-88 season, the year that Jordan won the league MVP. He finished 3rd that year. Just so you know, he went 30-10 that year, and he finished 3rd in league MVP votes.
Yeah, and
that's 30-10.
I'm looking at this 81 finals,
and in terms of
hey, respect the 81 finals, man.
Bro, game like
so you're talking about the 81 finals where he averaged 17 and 16 in those NBA finals in year 2. Is that what you're talking about?
And then the following round,
2 8-point games. Yeah.
And then the following
year 2, by the way. And this was a team that, just so you know,
keep it moving. That's fine. The following year,
not only. I'm sorry, keep going.
No. You had a point to finish. I'll finish my own. You done.
I'm sorry. You were saying something. I don't want to interrupt you.
Okay.
Larry Bird was
the following year. When he played the Washington Bullets, I don't think he really played particularly well. I think he had the closeout games is there, but he has games where it's extremely shaky. Like there was a game in what is this? Game 1, 2, 3, game 4 where he shot 4 of 16, and that was a really, really bad game. The rebounding's cool, don't get me wrong, but these numbers are a bit insane. And mind you, they're winning, and I know why, because certain players like Kevin McHale were just outplaying him in certain series, which is a bit absurd. You feel me? So I don't know. The translation between Kobe and Larry is a bit shaky to me, especially when Kobe's playing consistently good defenses and just remaining course. He has a series where he dips. I do agree, but for majority of his career, he's been consistent at playing competent defenses. Actually, he only got to play like bad defenses a couple of times, and one of them being the 10 Suns, and he had actually one of his better series against them too. So I just think in terms of that, I value that a lot, and that's why like along with longevity as well too, and that's why I have like Kobe over Larry in my opinion. But yeah, like that's
which is fair. That is fair. But Dub just mentioned having all defensive teams. I mean, did you know that in the 20 years that Kobe Bryant played in the NBA, 11 of those 20 years, because we bringing up, I mean, the advanced stats and stuff that adds to being like a league MVP and all of that good stuff, which I hate, Mars. Don't get me wrong. I don't love this stuff. But you do know that more than half of Kobe Bryant's career, he was a negative in the defensive win shares. You guys are clear what defensive win shares mean.
And some of his all defenses were kind of overrated towards the end of his career.
But then again, you're acknowledging. Wait, you can't acknowledge the flaws of an award, but then sit here and use because MVPs. There's a flaw in the way they.
Yeah, there's a flaw in all of them.
Exactly. So we can't. So you can't pick apart some of the flaws in All NBA defense and then not pick apart the flaws in MVP.
But if you let's really quickly, Dub, because again, I don't want to hijack your show, but really quickly.
No, you can hijack the show who you want. You're perfectly.
So let's talk about Bryant as a defender. Bryant as an on-ball defender. One of the best that I've ever seen, 100%. However, there's a reason why he was negative in the defensive win shares because he wasn't that great of an off-ball defender. He got beat a lot. Not only did he get beat a lot, he got beat a lot because he fell asleep a lot. He fell asleep a lot, turning his head. He got beat a lot, and that cost his team a lot of times. And where did he get that from? A lot of people don't want to talk about this. Jordan was like that too. Jordan struggled with shooters because Jordan got caught ball watching, which is what Bryant does a lot of times off the basketball. He gets caught ball watching, which causes him to fall asleep. And for his teammate, for the guy who's covering him, or he's covering to get better looks, to get better shots, stuff like that. That stuff happens, which would explain why he was a negative a lot of times on defense from that aspect. On-ball defender, I would never question Kobe Bryant as an on-ball defender. He's one of the best I've ever seen.
So who do you think?
I think later in his career, the off-ball stuff applies. But
I think Bird was a better team defender. I think Bryant was a better. I think Bryant was a better.
Bird is really carried by his team's defense. That's the thing, bro. Oh my gosh, this is so nasty.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
KB, keep going, Bird. KB, keep going.
I was gonna say the early part of Kobe's career is like, especially defensively, I think that's where he like peaked as a defender. I think like the off-ball stuff is true to an extent, but using defensive win shares to bring up that why he was a bad team defender, I just don't think is the right argument. To be honest,
he didn't just bring up win shares though. He brought up actual reasons why on the court. Like,
he uses actual reasons after using win shares as the main point of his argument.
The win shares just supported his argument. Like he didn't just focus on the win shares.
Do y'all understand how win shares even works?
How do they work, Goditz? Explain.
I'm asking you.
I do know how.
Kobe never had negative defensive win shares.
Which one of those win shares did? Which one of those win shares did he have?
Defensive win shares. Even his last year in the league, he was at 0.5.
Right.
1.3, 1.8, 1.5, 4.5, 2.2, 3.8, 4, 3, 1, 3.7, 2.2, 4.3, 4, 4, 3.5, 2, 2.6, 0.1, 0.6.
Right now. I'm glad you brought that up. Maybe
it was his dad.
No, it definitely wasn't. It definitely was not Jelly Bean.
Maybe it's his defensive box plus minus. That was negative.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking, Mars.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 11.
That's what I was
defensive
thinking.
Defensive plus minus. Sure.
I don't think Kobe's like an elite off-ball defender, but I don't think it's as bad as some people are making it out to be.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. That's where I got it switched up, Mars. That's what I knew it was one of those two. That's my fault.
Yeah, but both of them don't mean much. But
literally, defensive either way. And I was asking because I'm a guy that like I use both.
I wasn't calling Chill a liar. I'm just saying
I factor in
fact check.
I factor in both the eye test and what you produce, right? And so even me going to look at like stats like that. I tried using before in the past. I tried figuring out how you use defensive win shares in an argument so that way you can actually boost up a person's defense. Bro, I don't know how that stat works. I will never use that in my life. I'm just telling you that right now. That stat is
Jokic fans use that, bro. It's
whack. It doesn't make any sense. Bro, I started the season. They started the season like an elite defender in like Rudy Gobert, right? At like in the midway point of the season, he had like a 1.2, and I was like, bro, how do you even calculate that? It doesn't make no sense. So I moved past that because it doesn't make any sense, and I let it go. Win shares for me is just an argument where people just now they just
okay. So let's take the win shares. So we'll for you, we'll take the win shares off the table. That's what we'll do. We'll take the win shares.
To your point, even some of the years where Kobe, I think, was like a really good defender. His defensive box plus minus was in the negative too, but like in those same years, he was like a really good defender. Like,
which I won't argue that, because again, an on-ball defender, I will not argue that about Bryant. I won't. I think it was the complete opposite between him and Bird. I think he was a better on-ball defender than Bird. I think Bird was a better team defender than him. I think those two things. I don't think those two things are the same thing.
That's true.
I guess we agree.
I feel like Bird got carried by his defensive talent anyways. Like he's still, don't get it wrong, like he's a good defender, but he gets overrated to the point where like they try.
I watched Larry play off ball and having to guard screens. It wasn't pretty.
Bird got carried. Can you explain why?
I feel like guys like Robert Parrish and Kevin McHale and stuff like that boosted his. It boosted his defensive value instead.
Kevin McHale was an all-league defender, 100%. He was. He's an all-league defender.
Like I said, I respect Bird because at the end of the day, when I'm watching Larry Bird play defense, and I've seen him play defense, it's like he understands where to be and he understands assignments and stuff like that. But I feel like when those guys weren't there and on the court and stuff like that, you could really notice. You see a noticeable difference in the Birds' defense in general. So
if I'm not mistaken, I mean.
He had guys like Dennis Johnson going to help him on the perimeter.
That's the name I was expecting to hear.
Absolutely. He did have a guy like Dennis Johnson. You do know Shaq finished second in Defensive Player of the Year in the 99-2000 season. That was the first year Kobe Bryant made the All-League defensive team.
Wow.
Not only did he finish second in Defensive Player of the Year, he actually made the All-League defensive team the next year after that. And he also made the All-League defensive team after that too.
You can still see a noticeable difference in Bird and Kobe's defense, in my opinion. Whether or not you want to say Shaq made that afterwards when Shaq was gone, Kobe was still making defensive teams.
Yes, he was with guys like Trevor Ariza, who was also a really good defender, with guys like Ron Artest, who was also really good defender.
Trevor Ariza and Kobe are now trying to do a lot of the same things when it comes to wing defense and stuff like that. So if you're going to use Trevor Ariza as I understand the point if you're using Shaq as being the big man. You know what I'm saying? Being the elite, being the rim protector for that team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's giving Kobe more of an opportunity to showcase and flaunt his defensive skills. But now he has a guy like Trevor Ariza right next to him instead. So he's not having like backside rim protection. He's going out there. He's fighting hard to get, to stop these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So.
And those are the years, by the way, since you talked about, those are the years that people say that Kobe Bryant was overrated defensively. Those are the years.
I mean,
and to KB's point, like you said, what years did you say he peaked defensively?
I think like earlier,
like 2000, 2001, 2002. Just so you know, those was the years that Shaq was an all-league defender and he was an elite defender.
I think 99, 2000 is there too as well.
And those were the years that, like I said, Shaq finished second in the league in Defensive Player of the Year that year. And those were the years that he was making an all-league defensive team. Those years that you were bringing up, those are the years that people, not me in particular, but those are the people who will say, including Phil Jackson, that those are years that he was overrated as a defender, being a first-team all-league, being a first-team all-league defender. So,
okay, and I understand that. You, like you said, it's not you. So,
to be fair to Kobe, like you still have to go out there and perform. Like Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert was the anchor for defense, but none of those guys on the perimeter made defensive teams. Like
which makes no sense to me to this day. I still don't understand why Donovan Mitchell wasn't an all-league defender. Why wasn't these guys? Why didn't these guys commit to being defenders?
Okay.
You got a guy like that behind you. You got a guy like that.
Yo, Mars, you heard what I heard, right?
Yeah.
Hey, chill.
When you got a guy rebounding You got a guy rim protecting. Why didn't these guys commit more?
Chill. That's why I agree.
I think it's
I agree with you
offensive
heavily on that.
responsibilities, honestly.
But goated. The same thing goes for Larry Bird too. Like he at the end of the day, he still had to go out there and defend. Like he couldn't.
No, I agree. That's why I acknowledge that. But I said I feel like when people go and sit there and be like, well, Bird was like the main catalyst for understood how to create to stop the defense, because then they try to use that as his point for going on offense and then being able to play make out the post or do some magnificent thing on offense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's that's what they use. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, like, I see, bro, when you have that much defensive talent around you, you know what I mean? And then you're plugged into there. I can understand you being good, but then when people go as far as to say, well, you're the second best, third, like, you know what I'm saying, second best defender on your team, I'm like, bro, look at all the guys you had on your team, and you're trying to tell me he played with Bill Walton, and don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. I know it was later in his career, but Bill Walton at the end of the day was still protecting the rim at still great levels. You know what I'm saying?
Bill Walton could hardly walk, man.
So
Nah,
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Bill Walton could hardly
He
walk.
couldn't walk. If I sat him down in the paint, he's not letting you get scored a basketball, bro. I'm just
wasn't he six man?
He was big. He was like 7'2".
Is that not
bro?
the
That's
same
what it
dude?
is.
That was the same dude who was sitting in the paint when Jordan put 63 on them. That's
Okay,
the same
well,
dude.
we're talking about Michael Jordan here. Come on, bro. Like, we're talking about Michael Jeffrey Jordan. What are we saying right now? Come on.
Okay, so who would have put 65 on him?
Kobe.
Right. So
we're talking about Kobe being Bryant. So you see what I'm saying, bro? If anything, that's up at my point. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you telling me Kobe could go and drop in that area, you know what I'm saying? We just moved him back. Now. We transversed him to areas, you know what I'm saying? He dropped 65 on a guy like Bill Walton, who's the turn shots against lesser teams, you know what I'm saying? Guys who are worse than Michael Jordan. If a guy like Kobe Bryant could go back there and do the same thing that Michael Jordan could do, bro, that's just says a lot about his air portability. You know what I'm saying?
Are we really talking about Bill Walton, who averaged I think he averaged 16. I think he maybe averaged 20 minutes a game that year. He won the sixth man of the year. Maybe.
Hey man, Alex Caruso played 23 minutes a game and still one of the best.
And I hate that. I'm on record saying that. That's not something that
I know you are. I'm just telling you.
I hate that.
I mean, he still is an elite defender. So, it is what it is.
Shout out Alex Caruso and my Bulls, man.
I'm gonna move off of this, chill. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to stress you out anymore on that. But
I'm not stressed.
I do want to say this. The thing that I was saying about Jordan Poole, I understand, because as a player in general, like, when you have a team goal and you're trying to achieve that, no matter what got in the way, you're supposed to move past that. But the main thing you brought up, and you said it wouldn't have happened if they didn't put it in the media, is that they would have squashed it if it wasn't in the media. But it was in the media, right? Yeah. So either way, the problem I have here, right, is the fact that even if it wasn't in the media, right, and the media is going to talk about it no matter what, Steve Kerr, the rest of whoever the entire staff, the GM, should have got them boys to squash it either way. The fact of the matter is, none of that junk was squashed. And that's just a fact. It is what it is. You notice that because Draymond's still flaunting on, going on about saying, how's Jordan Poole? He's throwing slick shots at him, and Jordan Poole doesn't even care. But Jordan Poole went back on his IG post and posting. He's saying, "You still talking about me?" Blah blah blah. So you clearly know there was still beef there throughout the entire season, and they never handled that.
Well, really quickly, Goldie. So two things, and I don't want to interrupt your point, but two things. Number one, to get punched in the face, it's a pretty personal thing, right? To get punched in the face is a really personal thing. But if it happens between you and me and this behind closed doors, that's something completely different. If your wife cheats on you, and y'all two the only ones that know about it, only except we end up seeing your wife cheating on you on tape. We all know it.
Damn.
It becomes something completely different. Now it's not something that you and her can just squash now. Because now you got all different kind of people in your ear. Yo, what you still doing with that shit? Yo, I would have never put up with that from that shit.
Hey, like they said though.
It's the same logic with getting punched in the face on tape. And how you gonna let that dude punch you in the face? How can you work there? How can you? And now instead of me concentrating on basketball, I gotta listen to this nonsense all day, every day, for an entire year. If this was something that just stayed in house, which is what Steve Kerr said right from the beginning, that's why I hated whoever that videographer was. I wanted to expose him. There's a reason why we got There's a reason why we got keyless entry. There's a reason why we have closed door meetings, because not everything is everybody's business, man. This was not some. This is something that could have stayed in house, and we could have kept it here, and we could have squashed it right here. Right. The minute it got out, this thing now became a cancer throughout our whole crew. Our whole crew now was over because now every day he come in practice, he's looking at me like, yeah, I punched him in the face.
Yeah, but the thing is, Draymond, we all know who Draymond is as a player too. So I agree. Look, I will never excuse a player for playing bad just because you got punched in the face or something like that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, that was still more of a detriment on your game. But at the same time, you know, what some people are saying is not too far-fetched. One, we don't know how everyone reacts. Whether or not, even if they were to squash in the house, we still don't know how they would act, right? We could have found out about 5 years later that Jordan Poole comes out, he'd be like, yeah, I mean, even though y'all heard reports about it and y'all didn't see the video, I still didn't like Draymond during that whole season. You know, right. he wouldn't go out and say that he sabotaged the team. Maybe if he retired, he'd be like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was not trying to help that Warriors team whatsoever. They was not on my side. They was on Draymond's side because he's there, and I'm the young guy. So they're gonna always they're always gonna rock the same way. But my opinion, you know what I'm saying. Even if that junk came out on video, as the head coach and stuff like that, you could hear that they never even sat there and went out and said, "Oh well, we got Draymond and Jordan Poole to handle it." Nah, they didn't, because you saw Draymond. If they really did, when Draymond was talking to him on court, if they was really worried about team-oriented winning and all that stuff, when Draymond's talking to you on the court, I'm still talking to you. I'm listening. Whatever we got outside the court, that's off. You know what I'm saying? But on the court, if you trying to tell me, oh well, if you right here, blah blah blah, giving me pointers so that we can win this championship because that's our goal, then I'm gonna follow that. But clearly he wasn't with that mindset, nor was he like that. And that's a young guy mindset. But at the same time, it's understandable for a guy whose video got leaked of you getting knocked out, you over here falling into the goalpost, you over here just laying there, bro. Like, come on, bro. They got you looking defenseless.
And every day I come into practice. Every day I come into practice. Everywhere I go, I gotta listen to it. What you think the climate is in today's climate? If we saw Jordan punch Steve Kerr in the face in practice, how you think that would have gone over?
People will be saying the same thing, but you know what the difference is? I feel like Steve Kerr, just like how he said, well, in the last dance like that, he said that made me tougher. That made me really want to go out there and get the grit. You know what I'm saying? And so did Jordan say. He said that right there showed me that he'll do whatever blah 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 on the court behind me and with me, vice versa for me. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, I don't think Jordan Poole had that same mindset, and I feel like Draymond was also acting a little out of his character because at that time his contract situations and stuff like that. So they really was on.
Which is fair, but the reason why he was able to handle it like that because it stayed in house. It stayed right here. That's why Steve Kerr was able to handle it that way, as opposed to everybody knowing Jordan. We just found out not too long ago that Jordan. I didn't even notice after Jordan retired, like a couple of years after Jordan retired, and this had happened 10 years previous to that. That he had punched him in the face. So of course it's something that could get handled, and he's gonna say, "Yo, I'm handling this like this, and it made me tougher." That's because it's right there in the house. Jordan calls him up, and these two dudes handle it together. Nobody else knows about it. It stays right here, as opposed to him talking slick to Draymond, which is probably what we was all saying anyway. The majority of us
slick to each other, though. But
right, which was probably what because if we're being honest, Draymond is the adult on the crew. So with Draymond being the adult on the crew, what did Jordan Poole say to him for him to walk up to Jordan Poole and punch him in his face?
Hey, but real talk at the same time.
I'll tell you what
I've heard so many things.
I'll tell you what happened. This wasn't what Jordan Poole said. This was what he had continuously said. Not just that day. This was coming back because that ain't the first time. That ain't the first time he talked slick to him. That's not the first time he talked slick to Draymond. And Draymond had just about had it with that dude. And they probably just about had it with each other. And that looked to me, when him walking over to him, say something else slick to me. You don't just say that when you say that to somebody that just says something slick to you one time. This is a combination of times where, yo, this dude got one more thing to say to me today, and I swear to God, I'm going to knock this dude out. I'm
but also the Warriors.
Hey, but even like you said Draymond's the adult, right? And so even unless he said something wild, like outlandish, that's crazy. At the end of the day, in today's league too, and you know how Draymond is. Draymond's been in the forefront of multiple different competitions when it comes to his teammates, right? He's the one that ran quote unquote KD out of town, right?
Yeah.
He's now the guy. He's now the guy that got he's $100 million man. He got Jordan Poole sent out of there, right? Because he wanted his money. So if you're gonna be here and take my money, I'm gonna get you out of here. You feel me? That's what the mindset is by the fans. Everybody else that's paying attention. So. Of course, like I said, Draymond is always chirping, and that's the thing. He should understand that as a player in general. Draymond. Ever since we've known Draymond as an actual elite defensive talent, he's always a mile a minute. And so if Jordan Poole's just talking crazy, like I said, if he says something like crazy outlandish, I mean, it's the well deserved. You feel me? But like at the end of the day, if they're just talking, you know, I'm saying they going at it. And Draymond, I know Draymond's been noted to say some wild things to actual other NBA players. You know what I'm saying? It would, in my opinion, Draymond, depending on how bad it was, you know what I'm saying, if it wasn't like something like crazy like about his family or, you know, something like that's like, you know,
go there. He punched him in the face. It couldn't just be
Draymond. That's just in Draymond's character for me, bro.
It couldn't just be yo, you suck. It couldn't just haul off on him. No,
I wouldn't say it would be yo, you suck either though. But I feel like it would be something. He probably was saying something crazy about him though. I just don't know if Jordan Poole would really go to the extent.
Usually, when you're talking about men, there's two reasons why somebody either gets swung on, gets shot. It's about some money or it's about a girl. That's what it's about. So and remember who Draymond was. Remember where Draymond was that year. He was in a contract year.
Mm-hmm.
He was in a contract year. So I'm guessing that it had something to do with something like that. It's not. I don't think it got nothing to do with my game.
You're probably right.
Because we go back and forth when we talk about our games. It's not going to be just me just running up on you and punching you in your face because you said I suck.
You're more than likely right. Because at the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, when the players weren't even helping them or anything like that, they wasn't even coming to the side.
But you know what it is, though?
Because they didn't even stop Draymond.
It's not even just about that, though. Like Jordan Poole just seems like that dude that, you ever meet a dude where it's like you never got hit before in your life, but you just need to get punched at one good time.
He got that punch in the face. He does. He has that. He's got that punch in the face.
It's Mars got that's Mars, bro.
He's got that. Somebody need to punch him in the face. Yes, he does. He
and nobody wants to do it, and nobody wants to be that guy. But when it happens, you're like,
he had it coming.
Yeah. Which would explain why nobody got in front of that, because you know when somebody you've seen somebody walk up on somebody and about to punch him in the face. You've seen that, and you know that it's about to go down. So if that's your boy, one of two things is going to happen. You either going to encourage that or be like, nah, yo, chill out. They let that happen. Like, yeah, he got this coming.
Yep.
But just to go running back to the thing, at the end of the day though, once it got put in the media, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm not mad at Jordan Poole for how he quote unquote handled the situation throughout the season. They want to blame his poor play in the playoffs because of a sucker punch or whatever, and him not being checked in. I'm not mad at it because that junk's everywhere. So if you said what?
He was not checked in. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like,
I just don't care. Like once again, me personally, I'm not gonna front. It's either me and you be scrapping or whatever, and then we handle that. We squash that, even if it was tape. I don't care. We squash that. We back at it. You feel me? And we could talk about it or whatever. I start trolling the reporters or whatever, right? But the way Jordan Poole reacted, I'm just being honest. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not gonna front because if you got knocked out and that junk got everywhere, and then nobody helped you, and then everyone keeps talking about it. Bro, shoot, go ahead. By all means, go ahead. Do what you want to do to Draymond, because Draymond going to feel the repercussions of not being able to win.
And the Warriors figure they pacify it. Why do you think his contract happened so quickly? That sped up the process. Let's get this dude paid.
I've been saying that extra $40 million in the 140.
Let's shut this up. Let's get this dude paid. Let's shut this up. And this is gonna make this go away. The problem was when the tape got out.
Right. Well, also the Warriors.
That was the problem.
He was supposed to get like 4 year 100, and he ended up getting one.
The tape got out, and that was it. Hey, Dom, I'm gonna leave you to it, brother. I'm gonna leave you to it. Thanks for having me, Mars. I had to clean that up. I definitely had to clean that up. So we're good.
Nice
all right, fellas. Out.
Yep, carry over Kobe all the time. You know what I'm saying? Need those.
Are y'all really like? Because I agree with you. Like, are y'all really waiting for Stephen Curry to play on this level for like 3 more years to say he's better than Kobe?
No, I don't gotta wait. I could start today.
Oh wait. Well, if you're in chill stance, where he hasn't met 11, then probably I wouldn't wait.
Steph ain't ever gonna pass Kobe.
I was gonna say because
Steph can't crack.
Kobe for me is already top 5.
The limit for Steph is like 6.
Is that y'all bias talking, or is that real?
If Steph went, all right, I'm gonna tell you this: if Steph were to play at elite level for the next 3 years, and then we'll probably win another like 2 rings or something like that, and he's playing at elite level like that with the negative spacing he has on his team, then probably
negative spacing when he plays next to the second grade shooter all the time.
Other than Klay Thompson,
he's a better shooter than Ray Allen.
Other than Klay Thompson,
no, I'm just pushing agendas.
How do I come back to Mars and push an agenda, bro?
That's crazy.
Get this back here, man.
No.
Mars
Yeah,
be
right.
using the same kind of logic to defend Jokic that he does to defend that he's now using to defend Kobe right now. Like, what is going on?
What logic do I use to defend Jokic?
Because you say that Kobe is just better at basketball than Stephen Curry, but there's a lot of people that are better at basketball than Jokic. Is that not right?
Go ahead. Name them.
Hey man, I'm not trying to get nasty right now, but
I mean, you're the one who said it's the same logic. I
really hope you say Joel Embiid.
Let him name the players who are better than Jokic.
Hold on, let me get
the 85 playoffs. The Eastern Conference Finals. That nigga Larry did not play well neither, bro. Like he averaged.
Bro, Larry drops in the playoffs.
He has so many bad.
Larry Bird. Let's hear the better players.
So many bad postseason moments, man.
Let's hear the better players than Jokic.
Yeah, let's hear it.
There's just a plethora of players.
Well, currently,
my thing is, I feel like you're basing the fact that Kobe that Curry will never pass Kobe off the fact that Kobe's better at defense.
Wait, hold on.
Kobe's better at basketball.
There's a who is better at basketball.
Well, wait till Mars gets off stream and then he'll actually.
Kobe's better at basketball, but this is neither here nor that. Who's better than Jokic?
Yeah, let's hear this.
All right, so if we're doing this, right, then I don't want to hear no more Giannis Jokic stuff is over then. Because Giannis is clearly
That's been over. That's been over since 22.
Giannis is clearly
no, but he's saying Giannis clears, not.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Giannis is better at basketball than Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, I'm saying his Liz.
That's not bad.
No, because these are saying I'm only saying Kobe's over Steph because of defense, so Giannis would have to be over.
Now, real quick, let Diesel cook.
Go ahead, Diesel. Go ahead.
That's the only thing. That's the only thing that Kobe clears Curry in.
Yeah, and guess what? I still have Giannis over Jokic. So.
Oh, okay, all right, then we're good then.
No, but you said there was many players over Jokic.
That's the only player.
So we got one. Okay,
cool. I got one.
I can't do
it. Is KD over Jokic?
Bro, why was there a pause? Why was there any hesitation with that question?
Everyone just looked at Doug because it was a terrible question.
Nah, that's funny.
Why not?
Hey, after the season though, Giannis will be in some talks, not in the top 3 though. I'm telling you niggas know now.
That's kind of nasty.
Nah, Giannis. I think Giannis is actually gonna have a great year this year. Actually,
people will know. I can't wait.
If
Adrian Griffin is a good coach, Giannis will be back as the best player in the world.
His son has already gone out and said that his dad is a pretty good coach. So yeah, we hear.
Oh yeah, that's what we're
like. Yeah,
what supposed to be? Is he not supposed to say that?
From an unbiased opinion.
Hey man,
yeah, my dad's a pretty good coach. My dad does a pretty good job, Dub.
4 times a year. He has to play the Bucks 4 times a year.
I'm not gonna lie, Dub. My dad, really good coach, man.
My dad.
Why would he lie if he has to play the Bucks?
My dad who raised me, and I want him to just have a better life in general. I'm gonna just
not gonna lie. There's no way we're gonna take somebody's son's opinion.
I'll never take his opinion.
Why not?
Ever,
bro. He plays for the Atlanta Hawks, and he's going against the Bucks 4 times a year.
I bet. Watch this. If Jerry Jones says that his father's a great general owner, what would you say to that?
I would agree because Jerry Jones got the general manager job, doesn't he? Like, what do we say?
He's the owner.
Disgusting work.
Can we also?
You see what else? Like, you can't do that because Jerry Jones he owns the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, so would you agree? Would you agree that
he's a great owner?
If I'm able to become,
y'all get trolled bad by JJ.
All right, Donald Sterling.
What about I say Dub? I thought I said.
And his son said he's a great
How far are you going to troll, JJ? How far are you going to troll? Let's find out right here.
If his son said that, you going to take it serious?
Well, when his son gets the ownership job, you know what I'm saying? What are we going to say then, right?
That's not what we're talking about.
That's not what Dub asked you.
Okay, if he's saying his dad's a good owner and he's on his way up to getting ownership because he's following his dad's footsteps,
we're not talking
his dad is not trading him up.
We're not
talking about trying to get out that corner. He's trying to get out that corner. Get back in that corner, big dog.
You about to get emotional again like you did last night, aren't you?
Either way, you got mad because you got voted out.
Hey, yo. What y'all got going on?
Either way, Donald Sterling's son is on his way up. His dad is teaching him the route. You know what I'm saying? Showing him how to get there. And his dad is already there.
That's right. That's right. He's showing him how to say the N-word. He's showing him how to say the N-word. Right.
Austin Rivers.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If the N-word has to come with you.
Nah, this is crazy. Don't finish that thought. Don't finish that thought. Do not finish that thought. Don't finish that thought, please.
JJ, I think you were spitting right there, but
of course, Mars be entertaining bullshit, man. I swear to you.
Dub is just mad. Dub is just mad because he got voted out yesterday.
And
Gifted is just horrible at actually picking who's that shit.
Nah, Gifted is bad. I am still mad about that, JJ. But I respect the strategy. I respect it.
Can we also talk
Yo,
about
I killed so many people. How am I bad?
Gifted, you're a bad crew.
They were so bad kills, bro.
I'm an elite coach, bro. I got them boys.
I killed so many people.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Dub? I'll say this: when Dawson voted you out, I had to tell Dawson to vote you out because he was acting like he didn't want to. I was like, bro. I said, lock in right here. I said, as the Among Us, I said, as an imposter right here, no matter what Dub says, you're on my side right now. So who cares what he says? And be like, well, Dub, you know, I'm voting you. Yeah,
that's hilarious, dog.
It's great.
I was
great
so
work.
bad. I hope it was okay. I wish I recorded last night.
Can we talk about how funny it is that Dub took his dog for a walk mid-show, bro?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with
The cam on too.
It's just you were gone for like literally like 20 minutes. Your chair was just sitting there empty.
Yeah.
And
then you come.
He was giving some insightful thoughts. I'm not gonna lie.
What kind of dog you got, dog?
It's not my dog. My dog was crying earlier because my brother literally just dropped him off and he gets separation anxiety. So all you guys bitching about him crying, I'm like, bro, he's crying because he gets separation anxiety. So what's it called? So I'm just taking care of him for the week. So you guys gonna see him.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
Okay.
My dog.
It's a good thing he's not a chewer. Because, you know, some of them be chewing.
He is a chewer. He is a chewer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to keep him there.
He walks himself. I'll just, whenever he's done using the bathroom, I'll just hand a leash to him. He'll walk himself to the door.
You gotta watch out for them chewers, man.
What?
I gotta watch out for them chewers, man.
Yeah, they'll chew through anything.
Can I read some super chats?
That was odd.
That was odd. Can I read some super chats?
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, Mars. Talk sports.
Jaime said, "Do you guys know what's up with the Trae Young hate?"
It's bandwagon hate.
Hey, Dub, bro, what's up with these guys? What's up with these guys hating on our dog Trae Young?
I just seen on the TL somebody said they're taking Halliburton and Jalen Brunson over Trae.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like every time I'm on X or Twitter, I see a start bench cut with Trae Young, and he's always getting cut.
He's always in there getting cut.
Dub, bro. Dub. They're gonna have to tee up when they see him go off.
It's just recency bias off of. It's like people don't have an understanding of just patience in general.
No.
So like Trae Young being young, that's funny as hell. But Trae Young being young, last season I really like what I've seen from him. This season is kind of like too inconsistent. Shot selection wasn't there, and that's what people don't like. But because he's on such a high bar and people like fuck with him so much, every flaw that he does is gonna get heightened. I'm pretty sure this season should correct himself. I think
coach was bad too.
He should be. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think part of it too.
But I will say this. I will say this. The fact that he got this is his third coach now. Yeah, that's a red flag. I'm not gonna hold you.
Okay, but let's talk about the fact that literally they just got another person that they're trying to figure out how to work with Trae Young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Murray has to fit into the offense.
You know what makes this even worse, bro? I know for a fact that we finally will see off-ball Trae Young, but it's just so nasty that it took a whole season just to see that. Bro. Wow.
It didn't help too that his dad was like
LeBron.
Trae Young originally played off ball all the time. He wasn't really trying to play off ball like that.
I remember all them boys on the panel ticket chill was all sitting here saying, "Y'all fired Nate McMillan, a good coach who took y'all to the Eastern Conference Finals." Like
Nate was
not
good
coach. No, to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Hey man, Nate McMillan's a good coach, man. Respect Nate McMillan.
I think a big problem with the Trae Young conversation is that like people are looking at where the league is. He's very small, doesn't really play defense, and he's an inconsistent shot maker. But people take those flaws and then say because of that we have all these players better than him. Like
man, he didn't become
in between.
And then niggas have Tyrese Halliburton.
He didn't become an inconsistent shot maker until this year, bro. I'm just gonna
Tyrese
tell
is
you
better.
right now.
Who's better? Who's better? Trae Young or Pete Ben Simmons?
Okay.
Like, bro, I like get there. I'm not gonna lie though, bro. Like, I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing.
Pretty good.
I'm not listening to you about that, Ben Simmons. Bro, get there. I'm not listening.
Was Pete Ben Simmons even top 20?
To a lot of people, yes.
He was all NBA.
Depends who you talk to. He was making all NBA and all defense. Trae Young ain't done that.
This is why I hate accolades because they're gonna be like, well, because he did this and that.
You hate, so you hate facts. You hate facts.
Okay. All right, Mars. Okay.
That's fine.
Either way, get
Yo, Mars is
I'm not hearing your logic. I'm not hearing your logic on him being an inconsistent shot maker because you literally.
Mars, what year was peak Ben Simmons?
He only became an inconsistent shot maker this
like
year.
2019, like 2019.
Because some dumbass said he was top 15, so I'm pretty sure we can name 15 people better than Ben Simmons in
2019. Let's say 2019 is peak Ben Simmons.
Russ is better.
19?
Sure. So
Russ is
already,
better, PG's
he's the third best player on his team already. So we got Embiid.
Joel Embiid. Oh, Jimmy Butler was on that team. I forgot.
Oh,
shit. Jimmy Butler was better. Joel Embiid was better. PG was better. Russ was better. LeBron was better.
Giannis.
KD was better. Giannis was better. Kawhi was better. Did I say Steph?
No.
Steph was better. James Harden was better. That's 10 right there. Let's keep going.
How about Kyrie?
I would take Kyrie over Ben Simmons.
Was Kyrie making All NBA?
Kyrie Irving. That was that was the year after 2018.
Yeah,
the Celtics, right?
I'm giving it to Kyrie.
We're talking about 18-19, right?
Yeah, 18-19. Kyrie was better. Jokic probably better.
Well, he made All NBA in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah,
is that the year we should go?
What did you say, AD?
AD was better. Forgot about AD.
Oh, yeah, 2020.
Luka?
2020 he made some threes as well.
Let me look at 2019. Let me see.
Gobert?
Get
hell.
2020.
You're not Dubs with Gobert, bro. Don't bring that man up.
Donovan Mitchell?
Gobert not better than Ben Simmons?
Don't bring up Gobert in Dubs years.
Can he make a layup?
Can he make a
layup? Post up Curry.
Ben Simmons can make a layup.
He did that year over Trae Young.
Hey, the people are saying they don't know about Russ, man. The people are saying they don't
We
know
said
about
Russ.
man.
Oh, they're lying about Russ.
They don't know about Russell Westbrook.
2019 to 2020.
I'm a Russ
I don't even know why that's a question,
Wait,
bro.
2019 to 2020.
Like, bro, y'all got these
Well,
KD. We got KD in the comments trying to say Russ.
Damian
was better too.
Dame was
Yeah.
better.
James Harden.
Devin Booker was better.
I said, bro, we got KBFC in the comments trying to say Russ.
Oh, that was the year.
KBFC is
Mars.
crazy.
That
I'm
was
not
the
even
year.
a Russ hater. I think
that
he's
was
better.
the year
I
where
don't-
Blake Griffin just went to
You
Detroit.
need to get your fans right.
No,
bro.
we changed the
No,
year.
no,
now.
I said Russ is
We're
better
doing
than
the
Ben Simmons.
year.
I don't know.
I said you need to get your fans right, bro.
Wait,
My
you went
fan.
to
These niggas
2020?
hate me, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was the year he was All NBA. So he was All NBA and All Defense in 2020.
Chat does not fuck with me. This is just a fact.
You be getting
I
cooked.
think it's
Donovan Mitchell was better.
KB.
Yeah.
James Harden.
But in the bubble year, remember
Bro,
Kyrie,
real
KD, and Steph didn't play.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they're still better than Ben Simmons.
No, they
Ben
ain't
Simmons
play.
didn't play. Ben Simmons didn't give a play.
No, he didn't play in the postseason. He plays in the season. He made All NBA.
Nah, fuck that.
DeRozan?
I don't like that.
So did Ben really fall off in 2021? That's wild.
Jimmy
I
Butler.
think it was
we said Jimmy
2022
Butler
he
already.
fell off.
Jimmy
'Cause he was
Butler
actually having a
wasn't
good
better
year
than
in
Ben
2021.
Simmons, man. Ben Simmons was 16,
Yeah,
8, and
he
8 with
was.
2 steals.
He was better.
All these
Jimmy
men.
was better.
Pascal Siakam or Ben Simmons?
What year
Pascal,
Pascal?
give me Pascal.
2019.
Bubble year.
2019.
Bubble
Mm.
Give it the bubble year.
Give me Pascal.
Fuck
Give me
man,
Pascal.
I'm not gonna
Give me
lie. I
Pascal.
literally just lied.
Like-
I literally just lied.
Very
It's
quick.
close.
I ain't gonna lie. I hate Pascal Siakam's game, bro. I'm never.
Spin move, spin move.
I literally
Did
just,
you
I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. I literally just lied.
Did
Ben Simmons was
Did
asking
you
better
say
than that
Butler?
man.
Bradley Beal, Ben Simmons.
Bradley Beal, but I'm biased
take
right there.
Bradley
So.
Alex Beck was averaging 30, right?
20?
So
2020?
Ben Simmons
I'm
is
biased.
making All NBA and All
If I gotta
Defense,
hear
and
this
Bradley
all
Beal is
NBA, all
better than him.
defense stick.
Yeah.
Mars, is Sabonis?
Bro, Mars, pick up your head, bro.
He made all
Did
of
Sabonis make All Defense? See, I said and All Defense. Stop picking and choosing, dub.
Dang, I'm not gonna
And
hear
Did Bam make all
What about
NBA?
Jalen
All
Brown?
NBA? Did
Bam ain't make All
NBA?
NBA. Bam ain't make All NBA. See, I told you Ben Simmons is special.
Mars
Fuck
is
off.
Who's
Mars is
doing it like Ben
15.
Simmons?
Oh my god.
It's Giannis,
Top 15.
Anthony Davis, Ben Simmons.
No,
Get the fuck
Who
out
else
of
doing
here.
it?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Who else doing
That's
it?
a fact.
You might
Draymond
get
Green or Ben
Paul George,
Simmons?
might. Draymond Green wasn't All NBA in 2020.
I don't give a fuck.
Draymond struggled that year.
He won 15 games.
I don't care.
Hey, but he was
Hey,
playing that.
Mark,
Hey,
Most
Mark.
games, though, he had defense
Bro, I need you to
crazy,
stop saying
bro.
Mars is trolling, bro. When
He
he's actually
averaged
cooking
14
dub,
points.
See, I'm not gonna lie.
Exactly.
Every time I be spitting facts, people just say I'm
Every
trolling.
time you
It's
start
crazy.
frying this
You
man
are
dub and
trolling.
air up
You
here,
don't
bro,
believe
you
what
just
you're
they
saying
say you
right
say
Whether or
straight
not
trolling.
I'm trolling or not, I'm trolling or not doesn't
Shut
change
the
that I'm
fuck
speaking
up,
the truth.
JJ.
Are you?
Dub, I'm witnessing stuff that's like really happening in real time, and they just keep trying to seize a troll, bro.
It's a fact.
What about top
He is
20?
trolling though.
So it's a fact if you don't.
Since
believe
when?
No, it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact that Ben Simmons made All NBA in all defense. It's a fact that not many other people are doing that.
Facts.
Could
And
be
what does
top
that
20.
mean? In
Is it a fact that it's impressive? I don't know.
Y'all really forgetting how good my guy.
You know what? It's also a fact. It's also a fact that I don't give a fuck. He's not top 50. I just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because you're a hater.
It just makes sense.
It's also a fact that he passed off a layup.
Trae Young.
That's 2021. That's a different year.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
bro,
a different.
Trae Young was.
Mental
Oh wait.
health.
Wait. If we're
John
going off
Morant.
of 2020, if we're going off of 2020,
John Morant and Luka.
that Trae Young and Luka is up there.
Yep.
Russell Westbrook. Still
Trae
up
Young
there.
who missed the playoffs.
D-Book. Yes, Trae Young who missed the playoffs.
Oh yeah, D-Book.
But they don't bring all-time defense and play.
Bro, y'all lying saying
Trae Young was the
Zach
worst
LaVine was
defender in the NBA.
Luka was worse, but
Mars, look, I don't give a fuck.
Dub just doesn't.
Luka was nasty though.
That was crazy, bro.
Jason Tatum.
That
Jason
was-
Tatum was better.
No.
2020 is actually better for our arguments. I'm not even gonna hold you.
How about
Saying a
Jalen
bunch of
Brown?
people who weren't doing what Ben Simmons was doing.
DeMar DeRozan or Ben Simmons.
That's where I draw the line.
You make gifted leave.
Hey,
You make
Mars.
gifted leave.
Did not leave because of that.
Hey Mars, I got some beef with you over this DeMar DeRozan slander you've been spitting on, man.
Let's read some super chats. I ain't about to.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
That's unfortunate. You can't get your
Super chat.
As a Bulls fan, that should be hitting me.
As a Bulls fan, you should be upset that DeMar DeRozan is on your team. Not trying to
I'm
defend him.
upset that he's on my team, but the fact that you
So why you
disrespect
trying to defend him?
But the fact that you disrespect his
Why are you
2021
defending
season,
hot garbage?
I don't disrespect him. I just say that he's trash.
Dezo, do you like Chris Middleton? Dezo, do you like Chris Middleton?
Hold on, JJ. His 2021 season was legendary, bro.
What
Legendary.
was legendary?
Hey,
Legend.
Dezo, do you like Chris Middleton?
Legendary for
Was that fake MVP run he was going on? That was
It
legendary.
wasn't fake at all. He was literally dropping.
The five games where he was a top 5 MVP
I got
candidate.
DeRozan as my MVP.
That was the part that was
It
special.
wasn't fake at all.
DeMar
He was
DeRozan made
literally
2
out
game
there.
winners all of a sudden. He's the MVP.
He was literally out there.
One of them was against
Wilt Chamberlain
Washington, though.
efficiency.
And wasn't the other against Indiana as well, too? Like,
Hey Mars. I think I need to tell you this. With me getting a new PC, I now use Microsoft Edge.
How do you get worse? How did it get worse?
I don't know.
How did you manage to get worse?
Wait,
Microsoft Edge is
We refuse to use Google Chrome. It's insane.
Firefox is good.
You were using Bing before, right?
Yeah, he was using Bing. He's going from Bing to Microsoft Edge.
Why y'all hating on Microsoft Edge?
I feel like that's a lateral move. I feel like that's a lateral move.
I don't know.
That's
Edge is fire. Edge is fire. Edge is
Well,
I ain't gonna lie, that's going down a little bit, bro.
Bing
I'm proud of
is-
this. I am proud of this.
What's your beef with Chrome?
That's what I'm saying. What are Chrome?
Never mind. Hold on. Doesn't Edge, whenever you look up something, whenever you hit the search bar and you actually go in there, like you go straight to Bing?
No.
Yeah, Edge is Bing.
It does.
Yeah,
It's just a gateway. Edge is just a gateway to Bing.
Yeah. you
Oh
really
yeah,
have to make-
Microsoft Bing.
Yeah, Edge is a gateway to Bing.
Nigga thought he
used to
did
be the
something.
shit though.
That's
Bing
what I
used to
said.
be
It's a
the shit.
lateral move. You just add an extra
man.
step.
Wait.
W Edge.
Oh yeah, I'm in Bing.
Oh, he's got binged.
W
Holy
Edge.
Bing is
shit.
so cool.
Hey,
I don't know
Dub,
what
you
used to
just
be.
can't hide from it, bro. You gotta embrace it. You gotta
You
embrace
gotta
the Bing
embrace
life.
it, man.
Nigga
I like this.
cannot run from
Hey,
Bing.
I'm gonna read the super chats now. Unfortunately, you can't cook me. Can we please stop pretending like the NBA today isn't better than back then? Like, call a spade a spade. Majority of players back then can't compete in today's game unless you're predicting they get better. Anyone
I
agree
The
with that?
bench players, maybe.
I agree.
The bench players,
I agree,
yeah.
Bowman.
The bench
Yeah,
players.
and then the superstars would be today's bench
Y'all,
players. So.
y'all boys lying if y'all tell me Dennis Johnson wouldn't be better than Alex.
Nah,
Caruso.
like if
That's
you said
fine.
a nigga like,
You're telling me John Stockton's cutting it in today's game?
Hey,
Nah,
John
buddy.
Stockton in today's game,
What
Ricky
was-
Rubio. I'm telling you, that's all I'm saying, bro. That's all.
John Stockton in today's game, Tyus Jones. So let's be real.
Magic Johnson in today's
someone
game.
like
just reminded me.
look,
Magic Johnson was good.
Just
someone
reminded
who I
me.
think can
That's
translate like
foul.
Penny Hardaway could translate really good. I think.
The thing I hate about like things like that, when people say this, I think everybody just knows it's a fact. But then when you start adding names like Magic or
Of
Kareem
course.
or Bird. It's like, oh no, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, no, bro, you gotta keep it
I'm not
consistent.
gonna lie. I think Bird translates.
Bird translates.
Role
He's
players.
not. But do you think
Role
Bird,
players wouldn't
do you
translate?
think Bird? Do you think Bird? No, like I'm with everybody. Everyone not translating.
What about Bill
Do
Russell?
you think Bird would be the same version? Would you think Bird will be like, let's say if he finished his whole entire career, right, in the modern day?
He's not. He doesn't win 3 MVPs.
Do you think he would rank higher playing in the 80s or playing in the modern day?
80s. In the 80s, sure.
Okay.
Well, with modern medicine, more longevity.
And he would shoot more threes now. He would shoot a lot.
Definitely shoot more.
Cool.
That's a valid point.
Shoot more threes.
Fair point.
Shoot more threes, but guess what? The
That's
defense is gonna be worse in this era than it was back then.
But I think his offense might get better.
We have more help defense now.
You can say the defense will get worse, but I feel like his offense will get better because more spacing. It's more offensive versatility.
That's why I think Bird is one of the few that translate like pretty.
I think Bird would definitely translate.
I think it's some, like, you know, like those role players that are like low key kind of all-star caliber players in like the late 90s and the early 2000s. I think some of those guys can translate too. I'm not.
Mark Price. What about Mark Price?
Mark Price is translating. Mark Price is translating.
When y'all gonna say Mitch Richmond can translate? Because y'all never talk about Mitch Richmond, bro. He would translate too.
Mitch Richmond was sick. Very underrated.
Mitch Richmond was
cool. Reggie Miller better, but Mitch Richmond was cool.
The kind of offenses Mark Price was leading in Cleveland, special.
Yeah, Bill Russell's packed up. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Why is Mark Price?
Bill Russell ain't even going D1 in today's era.
Bro, Mark Price's off-ball movement was so ahead of his time, bro, and his like off-dribble shooting too. My niggas, like he was nice, man. He was nice.
Imagine if he had D'Antoni.
Respect Mark Price. It was a Steve Nash.
John Stockton Bell.
Huh?
John
Stockton is better than Price.
Exactly. Preach, baller.
But Price had Malone. Who knows?
Bro, KB, bro, I'm with you,
Do they
bro.
go to
We all know Price.
they go to the final?
I don't even know.
Yo, Mark Price is nice, bro.
We know he's better than Stockton, bro. Come on.
It's impossible.
John Stockton was playing 4 on 5 and made 2 finals. What was it?
You mean okay.
Go by Mars' logic, John Stockton is like a 11-time. What is it? Like a 12-time
Cleveland was in the same
All-NBA
conference as the Bulls. It's not fair.
Yeah, I mean John Stockton. I mean he's the only
11-time
5-time All-NBA defensive. That by
you gotta respect the offenses that Mark Price
he's
is
like
leading,
top 5 player in the league, probably.
Nah, man. Mark Price was playing like 29 minutes a game, man. He's packed up.
Hey, Mars, I do want to say this though. You know what you brought up about Tyus Jones earlier about how they was talking about him on live games and stuff like that, bro. You know who the main person is always talking about him? Is Doris Burke. He's sitting there. She goes every single time Tyus Jones on the court. Tyus Jones is a starting point guard in today's NBA. He's just so. I'm like, dog. Every single time I tune in, is Doris Burke talking about him, and now she has a whole contract and she's on the 18. What do you think I'm gonna hear when he's on the Wizards? Tyus Jones.
I try to watch most games on mute now because I'm not gonna lie.
Someone's playing 2K.
The commentary teams be trash. Yeah, well, welcome to the show, buddy.
Not only was he playing, he was leaning forward. He was intense into that.
Serious.
I think he's losing.
So what role players would translate today? Which role players from the 80s and 90s?
You asking me?
Role players.
Role players?
Everybody.
I think Michael Cooper would do well.
Yep.
Well, I mean, he was like a high level.
Yeah, I don't think he was a role player.
Norm Nixon going crazy in today's game.
Robert Parrish, I wouldn't mind. I think he would.
Well, he had a couple All-Stars.
He's a role player.
Wait, what are we calling a role player?
Like,
I don't know if Michael Cooper.
Robert Parrish. What you mean? He's just a defender. What the fuck?
Rick Mahorn.
Robert.
He's made all.
Isn't Robert Parrish in the Hall of Fame?
Has he not?
Yeah.
Was a role player.
Rick Mahorn.
Dub calling Robert Parrish a role player.
Bill Lambert.
Yeah, Robert
Bill
Lambert.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hold on. Oh, he never.
Abdul Rauf.
What about Matt Barnes?
Abdul Rauf.
Matt Barnes.
That's not too far back.
Mahmoud is crazy, bro.
Oh, someone actually did say Abdul Rauf. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Matt Barnes was a role player, right?
Robert Parrish.
Craig Hodges. Craig Hodges would be good.
Yeah, Craig Hodges would be good
at shooting.
Yeah, he would be pretty
That's
short.
why he would be good.
Yeah, he would be pretty
Yeah,
short,
he could shoot. I mean, that's what he's really doing.
That's all that matters. That's like the main thing that matters in today's game.
No, the main
You
thing
could
that
shoot
matters in
that
today's game is bag. Let's be real.
I think Mark Price is shooting damn near 95%.
So, we do all agree that Ron Harper.
Are you still pushing Mark Price?
Oh, Ron Harper.
He's nice.
We agree. Yeah, Ron Harper in the second unit in the NBA today, right?
Ron Harper made all-star teams.
Listen, Mark, just go watch some Cleveland
Cheeks
film,
would be
man.
good.
Mo Cheeks made all-star teams.
You know how many role players are making all-star teams, Ron? Come on, bro.
Like, there's so many role players make all-star teams. Like, I don't know why
them boys suck back then,
I don't
man.
know why all-star is like the barometer of, oh yeah, you're not.
Parrish
really
was a Hall of Famer. That was a little different.
Draymond
Parrish
was making
Hall of
all-star
Famer.
teams when he was a role player.
No, but Robert Parrish is definitely not.
Was he?
Was
he?
Second best player on the championship team, role player. I guess.
I hear Klay Thompson's role.
Bill Russell was a role.
That helps my Steph.
So then, who was the the second best player of the for the Houston Rockets in 94?
Vernon Maxwell.
Mario Ellie, Vernon Maxwell,
Was he
Robert
considered a
Horry.
role player or considered?
Nah,
like,
Vernon Maxwell's a star, man.
Vernon
Kenny
Maxwell.
Smith. Kenny
for
Smith.
sure. Vernon Maxwell is a superstar.
Give me
The Jets
Hey,
running
let me make sure.
a- Jets
Hey, let me
running
make sure this. Hey, y'all think awards are overrated, like accolades, like such as like MVPs. Y'all think
Wait,
that
Michael
overrated
Cooper
players?
is a role player. He never made
He
a
is. I
fucking
thought he
all-star
was. I
game.
thought he was a lot better than you. I don't know why.
Yeah, no one called Michael Cooper.
No,
a
I just said
non-role
he's a high-level role player.
Hey, what'd you say, Nick?
He said,
No,
"Do
I
we
thought
think
he was
awards
actually- I
are
thought he actually
overrated?
had
Do we think
better
accolades
seasons
are
than this.
overrated?"
He just never really
Yeah,
got-
like such as like MVP.
I mean, like those,
No,
like
they're
accolades
not
are
overrated.
no.
They mean a lot.
Okay, they mean a lot. Okay, so you're basically telling me all the MVPs that Bill Russell that he got, you're trying to tell me those are not overrated?
Oh, to Mars.
Explain yourself.
You think the five
I feel like
that
okay,
Russell
I can
has are
explain to you.
overrated?
Let me explain to you.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Mike.
When we
Mike
think about the
Dunleavy.
MVP,
No, we don't care about
That's
role
another
players no
good
more. Someone slandered Bill Russell.
all right, so
Go ahead. Keep
this,
playing
okay,
that
okay, so
role.
look, this, okay, so look, this is what I'm gonna say. I feel like when we think about all the MVPs, give me one MVP that's offensively challenged.
No, you did this last week.
Bro,
Hold on.
stop
One
talking
MVP
about
that's
offensive
offensively
rebounds. I'm not
challenged?
talking about offensive rebounds.
No, but you
I'm
did this
talking about
last week.
name me one
Offensively
MVP
talented about Magic.
who
Where's
can barely
Unseld?
average a dub.
Where's Unseld?
Giannis is offensively
Where's
challenged.
Unseld? Where's Unseld? There you go. I gave you one.
Well, Unseld is also
Even that, it's
Where's
like,
Unseld? There you go.
you do realize that.
I gave you one. I gave you one. You already said outside of Steve Nash, so you took one away.
You do
Magic
realize
Johnson
that-
averaged 20 like twice in his life as well. But
Tim,
you don't want to
Steve Nash is better offensively than Bill Russell. You know that. I know
but you
that. Come on, bro.
spoke
What
about
are we
averaging
talking
20,
about?
so I gave you Where's Unseld. Where's Unseld
Bro.
could barely average 20.
I'm
There you go.
okay. Look, I'm finna tell you my
He could
question.
barely
How
average
you got
20.
a man that's top 5 that's not even the number 1 option, bro? That's what I just
You
wanna
made
know.
this
Like, I really
take
just want
last
to know
week,
this,
too.
bro.
Oh man.
So this guy just came in.
Yeah, but
How you gonna
it's
say he's not? Hey, hold on. You can
Okay,
say
well,
he's the number 1 option all you want, bro. At the end of the day, he's the main reason why that offense was even like one of the main reasons why the
His
offense was good, bro.
defense is his offense. Like, come on, use your
You gotta realize that was a bottom 3 offense in the league, and he was the only one to make them even in the top bottom of
You
the
guys focus on all of that, but like
Not to
literally-
mention the highest ranking offense they ever had was when Bill Russell was coaching them. So clearly, he knew what he was doing. He
Yo,
just didn't
what
have the
was
right
he doing?
license.
Yo, Nick, bro. Nick,
He was their offense. His
Bro, you
defense
can't
was
Lord
his
doing.
offense.
Nick,
Could
bro.
you throw that man? Could you throw him the ball and say, "I need you to give me bucket right now"? No, he had no
Yes,
post move.
he was.
Yes,
Do you remember watching this man in transition, bro?
Bro, could you give him the ball to get a
Watch
bucket
him
and
run in
touchdown?
transition and
Yes
answer
or
that
no?
question for me.
Yes
You
or
watch
no?
him run in transition.
He was good. No, I give you I'm gonna give you that. Could you give him a bucket on the block of Tim to get you a bucket?
Yeah, give it to him in the half court.
Yes
He's
or
gonna
no?
hit you with he gonna hit you with a spin and try to do something, make something shake. You feel me?
Nick, bro, there's literally 11 reasons why you should respect Bill Russell, bro. And he
Bro,
has
I'm
all
not
gonna lie. Nick is just exposing. He don't know about Bill Russell Game 7 1962 finals when he had 30 points, 40 rebounds, Game 7 won by 3. He don't know about that. Bill Russell was a guy. He's good.
He said 30 points, 40 rebounds.
30 points, 40 rebounds, Game 7 of the NBA finals.
And he always played good versus
Are you serious right now?
Do y'all see
The
what he's
Wilt
doing
was
right
considered
now?
a choker,
Hold on,
but Russell wasn't considered a choker.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick. Y'all see what he's doing? You see, y'all are using the 11 rings to negate what I'm actually talking about. I'm talking about
nothing
your
about
actual
11.
I'm
talking about you mentioned. He just said the game 7.
You ain't talking about his skill set. You're just talking about his ability to get a bucket. That's what you're doing. You're talking about his ability to get a bucket. Yeah, I said game 7, he had 30
number one
points.
option, and for number one option, that's part of being the number one option. Why are we acting like that?
How did he get 30 points in game 7 of the NBA?
Why do you have to be the number one option to be the MVP?
Hey, Draymond Green had 29. Draymond Green had 29 in game 7.
Not the other way around.
No, he had 32, 15, and 7. Put some respect on Draymond Green. 32,
Draymond Green had 29 in game 7.
No, it wasn't 29. It was 32. He had 32.
Oh, I was off by 3 points. My bad.
Yes. Remember those 3 points.
Do we look at him as the number one option?
We look at him as someone who can score.
Is he a number one option? I'm just saying.
Well, no, because he has Steph Curry on his team.
We know damn we don't look at Draymond like nobody that can score like that.
What does that matter, bro?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Look at 2016. Look at 2016, bro.
Bro, are we really? Bro, everybody look. You can have one good game or something, bro. Stop making it. I'm not saying that you can have.
Man, all I'm saying is that he averaged the most points in his career during that time.
It don't matter.
Not a number. I'm saying the number one option. What is y'all definition?
It don't matter. He was the best player on the team, Nick.
What is a number one option?
Why do you have to be
to me, the number one is the best player in the team.
Why do you have to be a number one option?
Who was better?
KG was better than Poole Pierce. KG was better.
Okay, but who was the number one Who was the number one option?
So is this all about his offense, Nick? Is this the problem?
Yes,
is that
no,
he just doesn't wow you offensively?
How can you have somebody in the top 5 all time who wasn't even the number one option on their team?
Okay,
because of what he did when he played.
You can understand KG is better than Poole Pierce. Why does it matter that he wasn't the number one option?
See,
bro.
Why does it? Like you're just attacking Bill Russell when you're literally looking at how he played the game led to a myriad of championships. You just have a problem with that because it's not the way you want it.
Hold on, let's keep it real. Let's be real. They won all the damn championships because they had everybody on their goddamn team.
Name everybody. Name them. Name everybody. Name everybody.
Name everybody.
Bro,
how many championships?
No. Name everybody.
Hold on. Was Bob Cousy not the best point guard at the time?
Yeah, Bob Cousy retired in about 64.
Was he the best point guard at the time? I just want yes or no.
For like 3 years.
What about John Havlicek?
Yeah, John Havlicek came into his prime at the end of the 60s, so that's 2 different time periods. But yep. Carry on.
So you're attacking Bill Russell for what was going on in the NBA in the 60s.
Nick, that's 2 names.
Nick, who won the MVPs on those teams?
I'm looking at the core of their team. As I'm looking at the core of their team,
you're naming 2 different cores. You're naming the early 60s and the late 60s. That's 2 different teams.
Well, why didn't they win before him, and why didn't they win after him?
When did they win the championships? Name the years.
Oh, okay. When did they win a championship? 1957, 1959, 1960, 1961, 1962, 1963, 1964, 1965, 1966, 1968, 1969.
Not done.
There you go.
They all played in the 60s, right?
Well, they won 2 in the 50s, and then the rest was
okay, I understand that, but they was mainly known for the 60s. You know what I'm trying to say? They was mainly known for the 60s.
Yeah, because that's when Bill Russell played.
Okay. He had the best team. He had the best team. That was an AAU.
Okay, like I said, name the players. Like I said, name the players. We got Bob Cousy.
I just named you. I just named you 3 players that was the best at their position.
You named 2. You said Cousy and Havlicek.
Bill Russell was the best at his position. Bob Cousy was the best.
Bill Russell's not his own teammate. Don't name me Bill Russell at his team.
This sounds like KG. This sounds like KG.
I can't say Bill Russell had everyone on his team because he had himself. No. Name his teammate.
Hold on. What I'm trying to say here is what I'm trying to say is what you're trying to do is what I'm trying to say is, bro. I'm not saying to say could I name him name by name? Probably not. But don't act like
he had everyone. If he had everyone, you should know who they are.
He had a great team. You got the best point guard and the best guard.
How are they great? You don't know them.
How are you not gonna win?
You know what's crazy? You saying all that?
You're attacking Bill Russell because he had a great team. Are you going to attack Steph Curry because he had a great team?
On his team, but he doesn't know who he had on his team.
Hold on, Mars. Mars, listen. You say you know Mars. You say you know the 60s. That's what you said. Did he or did he not have the best team?
Because of him.
Every championship team has the best team.
So what was Bob Cousy? Nothing.
Okay, wait, Nick.
Hold on.
No, Nick.
What was John Havlicek?
Let me
you
talk
apply
to
this
Nick.
to Bill Russell.
Nick, let's converse. Nick, let's converse. The reason why I say I know a lot about the 60s is because if you knew, bringing up Bob Cousy, who retired in 1963, and Bill Russell won another 5-6 rings after that, wouldn't help your point. Bob Cousy arrived in 1951.
Yeah.
Zero championships, and Bill Russell arrives in 57. All of a
Yeah.
sudden, they win a championship. 58, Bill Russell gets hurt, they lose. 59, they win again. 60, they win again. Bob Cousy's declining at this point, by the way.
Both.
61, they win again. 62, they win again. 63 is Bob Cousy's last year. They win again. He then retires. 64, Boston have their best year they've ever had. They win again. 65, they win again. 66, they win again. 67, they then lose. 68, they win again. 69, they win again. That's not Bob Cousy.
But Cook. Okay, are you done? I just want to make sure.
Carry on. I adjust Bob Cousy. Now you can speak. Go ahead.
So once again, so once again, what I'm saying is what I'm saying is this, bro. You're just trying to you're making it seem as if he just went out there with nobodies. He had nobody.
No.
Wait a minute.
Okay, carry on.
Let me finish. That's the first point. My second point is, bro, when I say a number one option, we can sit up there and bring up a lot of things about offense more we want, the playmaking ability, facilitate, and all that. No matter what you say, buckets is a part of the game. What I'm trying to tell you is, was he the number one scoring option?
No.
Okay, so how in the hell can I have somebody in the top 5 who was it? Because everybody that I named in my top 5 that last week, I think it was a couple weeks ago, last week or something, they were number one options as bucket getters. I'm saying Bill Russell has never been the number one option as a bucket getter. So how can I say he's top 5? Just how? You can't use one side of hold on. You can't use one side of the ball. You can't use one side of the ball to say that's why he's top 5 all time, bro. You can't do that. You just that to me.
But you said Magic Johnson is top 5.
No. I said him. I switched him and Shaq. I remember I said no.
Shaq and Kobe.
Shaq
and Kobe.
I'm not gonna lie. If the Lakers needed a bucket, they went to Kobe, but that's fine. But but that's fine.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. It's my turn.
Was Kobe Bryant the number one option in 2000, 2001, 2002? And I'm a Kobe fan. So, but was he the number one option?
You said when a team needs a bucket,
in the clutch. And what you mean? You can need a bucket in the second, in the third quarter. It's not only the fourth quarter.
If they need a bucket, they go to Kobe. But
yes,
okay,
bro.
I'm gonna address. Can I address?
You can throw the ball down to Shaq, and Shaq can get you a bucket easy.
Hey, go
he has if you look at his game, he has post.
You have to let Mars respond, man.
This is Nick TV.
I ain't never said Bill. I ain't never said Bill Russell played with nobodies. By the way, this all started because you said he had everyone on his team. I then asked you to name.
No. This started. No, hold on. Don't put no. I said that. I did say that, but that's not why it started. It started because I said you have him top 5 when he's never been a true number one option. That's where it started.
Okay, no. What I'm talking about, the conversation of Bob Cousy and John Havlicek started because you said he had everyone on his team.
Okay.
I then asked you to name everyone. You named Bob Cousy, who retired in '63, and Boston were fine without him. You also named John Havlicek, who didn't enter his prime until actually the last year of Bill Russell's career, and then after that, he actually was at his best post Bill Russell's retirement, and they didn't win again until '74. Those were the two players you named.
Playoffs.
Two people who played at completely separate times, having everyone on your team doesn't mean much because Jerry West had Elgin Baylor. That doesn't mean much. So I'm asking. I want to ask again. Who is the everyone he had on his team?
No. When I say everyone, let me clarify this. When I say everybody, I'm not saying that these are just star-studded names and all of that. But if you look at most of it, it's literally, if you look at it, because you say the 60s, most of them players made the Hall of Fame. They did. They were Hall of Fame players.
But you don't.
Hold on. Let me ask this question though, because you say John Havlicek wasn't his prime. You say John Havlicek wasn't his prime.
No, Havlicek was a good player in '68, '69. I agree.
But I'm saying though. But you said John Havlicek wasn't in his prime, and Bob Cousy was on the tail end because you used.
Yeah, Bob Cousy retired in '63. Yes,
'63. Okay, he's on the tail end.
Havlicek entered the league in that same year.
Hold on. I just want to know: was he still a Hall of Fame player or not?
He ended up in the Hall of Fame, yes.
Was he? But he was still a Hall of Fame player.
Yeah, his career ended, and then he was a Hall of Famer. Yeah,
John Havlicek was still John Havlicek. Whether you looking at what did he or did he not play great?
Post Bill Russell, yes, and some of the years with Bill Russell, yes. I never said
Bill Russell had some of the years. No, hold on. So some of the years he played great. Okay.
Yes.
So once Who was the number one scoring option out of them?
Oh my god.
Out of who?
Huh?
Out of who?
Out of who was the number one? Because you say you know the Sixers. Who was the number one scoring option for the Celtics?
I'm gonna ask you who it was, and I'm gonna tell you who it actually was. I want to see if you actually know.
I'm asking you.
No, I know the answer, and I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna tell you if you're right or wrong.
Play that with me. You gotta switch. No, you can't do that. You can't answer a question with a question. I'm asking you a question.
And I'm gonna ask you the same question. Who was it?
Who was the number one option?
You tell me. I don't know. You tell me.
No, you do know.
It wasn't Bill Russell.
I got fried for doing that.
It wasn't Bill Russell. It wasn't Bill Russell.
You said I got fried for doing this right here, by the way. Keep going, Marshall.
Yeah, JJ, you're not me. It wasn't Bill Russell. You're right. Who was it?
Nah,
who was
to
it?
me,
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I mean, to me, okay, I'm finna answer it. To me, I would say, I would say you could say John Havlicek, somebody like that.
He's looking at his notes.
Yeah,
I'm not looking at the notes.
You might have basketball reference pulled up right now, but the answer is actually
I'm all on the screen. No, I'm all on the screen. I don't have no notes pulled up right now.
Sam Jones was the number one option. That's who it actually was. Sam Jones was the number one.
You right. Sam Jones did play on the. He did play on another Hall of Fame. But keep going.
Another Hall of Fame. Sam Jones Hall of Fame.
Okay, so another Hall of Fame. Okay.
Yeah, I know his Hall of Fame teammates. I know them. You don't.
Okay. So hold on. Okay, so wait a second. He played with how many Hall of Fame teammates?
Well, he actually had 8, but legitimate Hall of Famers. 4, 5.
He had 4 or 5. Okay. So let me ask you a question.
Over the course of his career, not all at one time.
Okay. So let me get this straight. So we're gonna say this man is top 5, and I can give you 2 names who is a number one option before him.
Okay, I'm gonna explain why. So basically,
I will explain why.
Yeah, as someone who understands the game of basketball.
I understand the game of basketball.
Like myself,
I know.
as someone who understands the game of
Morris,
basketball.
talk to this nigga.
I understand the game of basketball.
The way you impact the floor is not just minimized to whether or not you can go get.
You're right. He was a great defensive player. You're
right. Bill Russell.
You can't just go over that. You can't just.
Yeah. Bill Russell being.
I didn't question. No. Hold on.
Let Mars.
Nick just doesn't like letting me finish.
Just because you're a great defender, that don't make you a number one option. But keep going.
Yeah, that's fine. No one up here, no one ever is claiming Bill Russell was the number one option. The disconnect here is that you seem to value being a number one option over actual just being the best player on the floor. That's the issue. Bill Russell being by far. See, once again, just let me finish.
No, my bad. I'm sorry. I keep cutting you.
So Bill Russell being by far the best defensive player, not only on the floor but in the league, is why the Boston Celtics would be able to be so successful. Their defense was by far the best in the league. Their offense was actually mediocre, and then also the fact that they were a transition team, not a half-court team, actually made Bill Russell arguably their most impactful offensive player because he was by far their best transition player, whether that be rebounding and outlets or actually running the floor himself or actually carrying the ball coast to coast with his handle. He was actually arguably their still most impactful offensive player, despite not being their most impactful scorer in the half court. But if you actually go back and watch these Boston Celtics teams in the half court, their offense still ran through Bill Russell. Every possession is high post Bill Russell, Sam Jones coming off curls, John Havlicek coming off curls. Once Bob Cousy retired, their offense actually ran through Bill Russell. And their offense actually got better post Bob Cousy years, if you actually want to go and look at it as well. So once the offense ran through Bill Russell, their offense got better. Their defense was the best of all time because of Bill Russell. And he was their best transition player in a league in which their offense was best in transition. So even though in the half court, he wasn't their go-to scorer and no one ever claims he would be because he wasn't a great post player, he didn't have much of a face-up game, his jump shot was broken, and all he could really do was score around the rim, get putbacks. He was still their most impactful player defensively, and he was arguably their most impactful offensive player on a team that is one of the best dynasties of all time. And the only argument you have is he wasn't a go-to bucket getter.
Okay.
Kind of flawed in my opinion, but you can go ahead now.
Okay, I can go ahead. Okay, cool. So now, so to rebuttal what you said, you said my only argument as far as offense is that he wasn't a go-to bucket getter. But this is my thing. I never said he didn't do those other things because I never say he didn't do those other things that you said.
You're just ignoring it.
But when I look at offense,
look at that.
Bill Russell packed him up.
It's a sign from God.
He said, "I gotta come back real quick. This is
we can hear
you. This is liable."
Yeah, we hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so once again, you're saying my only argument is oh well he can't get a bucket. Oh, he's not a go-to bucket getter. Well, when I look at all the number one options, Michael Jordan, he was a bucket getter. He was a bucket getter. when I look at to me, I got Kobe in my top 5. He was a bucket getter. LeBron James, he was a bucket getter. Shaq, he was a bucket getter. Tim Duncan was a bucket getter. But on top of
Tim Duncan's a bit of a stretch.
Getting shaky, baby.
Off the mid-range.
No, the second half.
We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you. We'll give it to you.
We're not going to push back on Tim Duncan, but we're ranking people based on.
I mean, just especially based on the people.
Tim Duncan is probably the closest thing to Bill Russell on the list.
Kareem would have to be over Tim Duncan.
the number one option in the second.
Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. Can I finish? Let me finish.
But it's like. Okay, as you carry on, but is that your top 5? Those 5 names you named, is that your top 5?
I have Mike, Cole, Bron, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. That's my top 5.
Okay, that's your top 5. Okay. Carry on now. I just wanted to know the top 5.
Okay, I bet. So now all the names I just named you, are they as impactful as Bill Russell on defensive end? Nope. I'm not even gonna say they is. But are they? But they could play defense. They could play defense as well, though, right? They can impact the game on the defensive end. They can impact the game on the defensive end, right? Because I damn sure know Tim Duncan has. I know Michael Jordan has. So when I look at Bill Russell's game, and see, I don't go off all just accomplished on it. When I look at his game, I just think, me personally, as his game, he didn't have a better game than he didn't have a better game than those guys than me. He just didn't. I'm just saying, because all that stuff that you're talking about as far as they played through, because the Lakers played through Shaq, but what could Shaq still do? Dominate you and get you a bucket. 1,000%. He could still do that because the Lakers did play through Shaq. He could still get you a bucket, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying.
It all comes back to being able to get a bucket, and like I said, we're gonna have
part of being a number one option.
No one has argued about Bill Russell being a number one option. The disconnect here is how much you value it.
But you can't name but you can't say he's top 5. If you can't say he's top 5,
yes, I can. I just
he
don't
can say he's top 5. He's saying
why does the player have to be
Nick, I'm going to explain where the disconnect is. Because of what you value, and you value being able to be a number one option and being a go-to guy. For you, Bill Russell can't be top 5. If I don't care about it, Bill Russell can very easily be top 5. I'm not trying to make the argument.
Okay, who's your top 5?
Okay, I'll get to my top 5. I'm not trying to make the argument that Bill Russell is a number one option to try and change your mind. I'm not, because he wasn't.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I just don't care that he wasn't. That's the point I'm making. Kareem should be over Tim Duncan.
That's what I'm saying. No,
Kareem should definitely be over Tim Duncan.
I understand that point. Mars, come on, bro. I watched the show. I know you don't care. You don't care about nobody's opinions, but y'all.
Kareem got
I understand that. But what I'm saying that, but this is what I'm saying. No, who's your top 5 before I start? Who's your top 5?
Mike, Kobe, Bill Russell, Bron, Kareem.
Why is Bill Russell over Bron and Kareem?
It wasn't in order. It's just those 5 names.
Just those 5. So you have them what?
Well, Bill Russell's the GOAT. So Bill Russell, Mike.
See, the thing is,
Bill Russell, Mike, Kobe, Bron, Kareem. Yeah, Bill Russell, Mike.
Yeah, chicken memorism.
He looked like you about poop.
Hey, Nick, bro. Nick, I just want you to know, Mars don't even believe that Bill Russell's goated. I'm the guy that believes he's top 3. Mars is trolling.
You're trolling too.
You should be talking to me.
I'm trolling.
Half of you niggas is trolling.
Who's trolling?
Talking to me.
I'm not gonna lie. There's no way you've heard me make these arguments for Bill Russell. You think I'm trolling? The only time I'm trolling about Bill Russell is when I say it's because he has 5 MVPs in 11.
You say, bro. You say he's better.
When I'm not talking about that, I'm not trolling. I genuinely think Bill Russell is like this high. Bill Russell's the GOAT.
You just said he's better than Mike, Cole, Bron. Bro, that's trolling.
I said he's the GOAT. I never said he was better. 2 different things.
There's an argument. There's definitely
an argument for greatest versus better.
Not an argument for
exactly.
Okay,
greater and better aren't the same thing.
Bro, okay, Mark. But you got him over Mike and you got him over Kobe.
Yeah, 5 MVPs, 11 rings.
Okay, so
how many MVPs Kobe got? How many MVPs Kobe got?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so he had an all-time.
Yo, this is crazy.
Okay, and I'm gonna answer that question. I just need this little bit of information. Am I drafting them to play in the era in which they played in, or are they all playing in the same era?
all the players that I name in the top 5, they can play in any era. So
That's
that's
not what I asked. That's not what I asked. Am I drafting them to play in the era they played in, or are they playing in any
game's just not sexy
the same era?
In any other era, in any other
That's
era.
really what it's coming down to.
No,
be honest.
I'm not picking Bill Russell to play in the 2000s. Because in the 60s, he's the best ever. That's why. I ain't picking Bill Russell to play today. But in the 60s, he's the GOAT.
Just because he was the best in the 60s, that don't mean that he was just the best. He's the GOAT, bro.
We don't have the technology to have him play in the 80s.
Hold on. If he played in the 80s, he's winning 5 MVPs.
How do you know that?
But he didn't play in the 80s.
What you mean? How I know that?
Nick, you're going down. You are going down a slippery. slope.
If he played in the 90s, if he played in the 2000s, he's winning 5 MVPs.
Nick, listen, you are going down a slippery slope.
No, but Kobe only won one.
Because if you go down this road right here,
Steve Nash won too.
Fuck the MVPs.
I don't care about MVPs. That's the problem.
Time out, Nick, just listen. Fuck the MVPs. Fuck the winning. Fuck all that shit that happened in their time frame. We're just looking at their game. There's no way Kobe not to go. Or LeBron's not better than MJ, bro. There's no way.
Bro, I never said he was better.
There's no way you're looking at that game.
Michael Jordan is Michael.
There's no way you're looking at that game and telling me Tim Duncan's better than Hakeem. There's no way.
Michael Jordan is the
You said Tim Duncan's better than Hakeem?
Explain how Tim Duncan.
Yes, he's better than Hakeem.
You're done.
What are we talking about?
Y'all gonna get Chilltown back up here. Watch.
What are we talking about?
How?
Yeah, bring Chill back. Bring Chilltown back.
Chilltown
We're bringing this up again.
We gonna make basketball.
No.
We need to clean
What does Tim do better than Hakeem?
Let me talk. Can I talk?
What does Tim do better than Hakeem?
Let me talk. I can tell him.
Literally
I can
nothing.
tell you this right here.
Literally nothing.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this right now. As far as like, look, as far as because you love passing and all that, you love passing and all the passing ability.
Yeah,
Who is the better passer?
Yeah,
Tim Duncan or Hakeem?
Tim Duncan's a better passer. Yes.
Okay, who is better? Who is better than the low post?
Hakeem.
Hakeem. Who's better? And you'll say Hakeem was a better defender, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Of course it's crazy. Of course it's crazy. Of course it's
better
crazy.
mid-range shooter, Hakeem.
It's an argument, but yeah, Hakeem's better.
Don't let us bank shots for you. It's Hakeem. Don't let us bank shots for you. It's Hakeem.
It's for sure Hakeem.
It's for sure Hakeem.
Is that actual
Let the bank shot.
Well, it can't be factual.
Hey man,
because Tim Duncan was a bad guy from the mid range.
Yeah, Tim Duncan was nice. Tim Duncan was nice, but
did he ever drop?
Did he ever drop 30?
Did he ever drop 30 in a postseason? In a postseason?
Yo, duh, that's nuts, bro.
Did he ever drop 30 in a postseason, bro?
Who said that they ever dropped 30? Who said that?
Don't do that.
Hey man, Dub spin right now, man.
I bet to say postseason run. Has he ever done that?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think he ever has, man.
He hasn't. He's never even got close to it, actually.
He averaged like 27 that one time.
Bro.
What quadruple double in game?
So basically, the whole point.
You know what Hakeem was, though? A bucket getter.
That's pretty.
So hold on. The whole point.
Yeah, and Hakeem was a go-to bucket getter. What are we talking about?
And then on top of that, so was Tim Duncan though.
Hey, Hakeem ain't never have no man.
Tim Duncan got to win a record.
Yeah, but
first time he
was
stepped in
a
the
number
league.
one option.
And he got to win a record from the first time he stepped in the league. Has he ever?
When was Tim not?
Yeah, because he had David Robertson next.
Tim not a number one option.
No bars. He can't use that.
He had David Robinson.
No.
You started it.
Stop.
You brought up team accomplishments.
You can't sit here and bring no. You can't sit here and be like, nah, I'm not going to take what Bill Russell did his time. Then for one of your points at Tim Duncan, using up a point is something he accomplished in his time.
I'm
not even just that. You're bringing up team accomplishments. You brought up wins as if.
No, hold on.
You're not being a number one option.
Hold on, wait a second.
You brought up wins, and then when he brings up who he had on his team, you're like, that's not allowed.
He won in 99.
It doesn't make any sense.
Season when the Knicks got hurt.
Who played with more Hall of Famers, Tim Duncan or Hakeem? Who played with more Hall of Famers?
Tim Duncan, actually. You're good.
Hold on, wait a minute. I said
Duncan.
Get away with whatever the argument was about Bill Russell.
Duncan had a Hall of Famer every.
The Hall of Fame argument is the most nasty.
Hey man, if we're talking about Bill Russell Hall of Famers, Tim Duncan, Manu Tony Parker, David Robertson, Kawhi Leonard, I don't know what to say, man. And he had Klay Thompson with less opportunity as well.
I just seen what he played with. Dub said, "Oh, Tim played with David Robinson." Okay, so We just gonna negate that Tim Duncan was first team All NBA.
No.
Are we gonna
Hold on,
use that. You can't.
No, I'm saying no.
You can't. If we're gonna
Russell
negate Bill Russell's 5 MVPs, I'm gonna negate Tim Duncan's first team All
You can't
NBA
let me
again.
say it. You did not let me finish.
You said 5 MVPs means nothing. So all
Can I tell you why?
If we're gonna negate 5 MVPs, I'm negating
Basically,
first team
if Bill
All-NBA.
Russell averaged 20 points, 25 points,
That's not what
you called them overrated.
You said that doesn't matter.
I'm saying yes. I'm calling him overrated because he
Hey, first team All NBA is overrated too.
side of the ball.
First team NBA is overrated.
Tim
It's
Duncan
all
played
because
both
Bill
sides of the
Russell's
ball.
game just wasn't
Michael
sexy.
Jordan played both sides of the ball.
superstar?
Kobe played both sides of the ball. Shaq played both sides of the ball. Everybody I can name.
You said so did Bill Russell? Is that what
Bill Russell played both sides of the ball too.
Averages 4 more points for his career.
It just wasn't the way you
Tim
wanted
Duncan
it to
averages
be.
4 more points
No
for his career.
way. No, you niggas you know what
4
you
points
mean.
don't mean
Why are you doing this?
4 points ain't
You know
moving me.
what
I'm
he
sorry.
means,
4 points
bro.
ain't moving me.
Bro, see,
They didn't make the playoffs. I don't understand this. I want you guys to notice the year that Bill Russell left, they didn't make the playoffs. Like, do you not understand how impactful of a player is to win a championship and the next day you leave, they don't win a championship?
Bro,
Bill Russell never
saying
averaged-
Josh Allen's
Bill
a better
Russell never
quarterback than
averaged
Tom Brady because his
5.9
arm's
points a game.
stronger. Get the hell out of here, bro.
There was
No,
never
like,
a time where
it
Bill Russell
doesn't make
averaged
any
5.9
sense. Like,
points a
if
game.
there's
That's
an
the
impact,
argument.
yo,
I
this
don't
guy
think
was
so.
so good on defense. The defensive
What's wrong with
rating
Josh
went up
Allen
by
over Tom
10
Brady?
points
I don't-
higher when
I
he
don't know
left.
what's wrong with
KB, let's not start this, bro.
man.
He ain't
Bill
even
Russell
beat Tom Brady.
Bill Russell
when
never
Tom Brady
averaged
was
5.9
96
points a game in the postseason.
with the old ass Patriots. Let's not do
Let
this,
me ask
bro.
you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Was Bill Russell the best big man in his era?
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Better
Yes.
not say Will Chamberlain was better. Better not say Will Chamberlain.
Was it better than him?
Tell me why Will's better. Tell me why Will's better.
Maybe on the streets he was better. On the streets, that's the only time Will Chamberlain was better.
Hey, listen, Will was better.
Hold on, wait a second. Hold on. Did y'all watch?
Will was
Did
better
y'all
at
watch?
pulling
Will
bitches. That's when he
Chamberlain.
was better.
Hey, this Will Chamberlain burner account.
Nick,
I've
I'm
watched
like
enough Will
99% sure.
Will
I've
Chamberlain
watched
had
more of
better
these
game when it comes to talking to women.
Did y'all have? I'm asking you a question. Did y'all watch Will Chamberlain?
Hey, did you watch?
Enough.
You watch Will
I'm
Chamberlain
asking you
go
a
up
question.
against
Did y'all watch Will Chamberlain?
Yes, I've
And you're
watched
trying to
Will
tell me
Chamberlain.
he's better? Will Chamberlain was putting 50 on his head, 50,
And
30 on his
holding
head.
L.
Oh
And
my
holding
God.
L.
Not on his head.
The only reason why
Not on
Bill
his
Russell
head.
beat him was because he always had the better team.
Bro, you are allergic to the
Because
point.
Will's style.
You are allergic to the point.
Supposed to win.
Like,
Nick's knowledge of the 60s is amazing.
Because the year that they were supposed to win,
When you
the year that
ISO
they
in the
played each other, they
60s, you
supposed to
don't win.
win.
You gotta
The
play
only
at the
reason why they
level
didn't
of
win
delusion,
because the
bro.
coach didn't put Will Chamberlain back in. That's why. Let's stop, bro. No, don't
I
do
realize
this.
every time I get up there on open gym,
Nick, your knowledge of the 60s
Bill Russell
is
gets
very
brought
good.
up every
No,
time.
no,
I
it
don't
has
know
nothing to do with
how.
my knowledge of the 60s. You're
Yeah,
not.
how do we get here?
Somehow
Bill and Will get brought up.
Genuinely,
Bill
your
Russell
knowledge
was
of
a
the
better
60s is bad.
basketball player than Will Chamberlain.
That's fine. Your knowledge of the 60s is just very bad.
I just asked you, was he a better basketball player than Will Chamberlain? You
Yeah.
said yes.
Oh, we got to end the show. We got to end the show. So I got to read some super chats. When bringing up which has the best hoops, Louisiana hoopers are underrated. Look them up. Better peak Ben Simmons or Ben Nevis. Ben Nevis is a mountain, I'm pretty sure. But Ben Simmons or Benoit Benjamin. And Bird would be Bradley Beal in today's game. Okay, there we go. We're out of super chats. Nick, I'm sorry I didn't get to school you on Bill Russell more. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Good night, everyone.